No champagne or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer. No
Yeah,
champagne
baby.
or girly drinks. We drink beer and beer and beer, beer, beer.
Yay, yay. We are back in the house on a Thursday night. What's up, everybody? After a week off last week, as I was traveling out and about, so couldn't do the show last week, but now we are back here. And look, we got Shannon in the house now. So Shannon wasn't going to join at first, but now Shannon's on board because that's how it works out. No one can say no. No one can say no to this show. When you're on, you're on. So
You're
great.
down because Todd's moving the camera closer. So.
Coming in. I told you he's becoming a diva, Mal. He wants a close up now. He was sitting there saying what to put on the screen earlier, doing all this stuff. Now they can't.
About this exact same way.
Diva Todd. Diva Todd.
That's Diva Shannon. It's not me. I was fine with the way it was. So
Well, while they're getting all situated.
It's all about the princess. You know.
Oh, Jesus.
Happy Thursday to everyone out there. Welcome to the what we call the happy hour live stream. And that's at a point it does become that too. So a little bit of fun on a Thursday night. If it's your first time here, definitely welcome. And this is what we do, and kick back, enjoy some beers, sometimes some other things, and some good convo, some good laughs, hopefully, and get you guys all set and ready for the weekend. So welcome in one and all. Shout out to the chat. Vanessa in the house already. What is going on, Vanessa? Cheers. And Shane's in the house. Cheers to Shane. Yeah, we all may know that guy, right? Yeah, we all may know Shane. Got Old Growler in the house. Cheers, Old Growler in the house. Welcome. I don't think you've been in for a Thursday night, so great to have you. And check out the Old Growler for another beer channel. He does some pretty quick beer reviews, usually in there a couple minutes, but gives you a nice little rundown on the beer. So if you haven't checked out the Old Growler, make sure to check him out as well. And I'm going to be ready to throw some beers back. So last Thursday, I was traveling to my old stomping grounds for work out in Cincinnati. Not Cincinnati. If you're there, they call it Cincinnati. But it's Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Like Phil Sims said, Cincinnati. It was a good time. So it was good to be back. Ended up having some of the local brews back then. I was going to bring some back, but then when the time came, I was too tired from drinking already during the course of the day. So I was like, but I did find one at the airport. Todd, you saw the one I brought back. So I will be looking to get into that at some point too. That was one from Braxton. So it was a 16% aged barley wine or whatever. It was sounded a little
like that.
Yeah, it was like a little whiskey spot in the airport. Like you can buy stuff and take it on the go with you. You can actually buy the bottles of whiskey, or they had the barrel aged beers. So it was like pretty cool.
Just fun to get you going.
Yeah. So it was funny when I bought it. I thought the guy was looking for a bottle, but I'm like, no, I'm taking it with me. I can't like chug that and get on the plane. I mean, I could chug it and get on the plane. It wouldn't be a good idea. It's like a 16% bottle.
maybe good for you, but nobody else.
Yeah, nobody else.
Spending $16 each on 4%ers just to get through takeoff, because I have flying fear. So I need at least 4 beers or 2 Bloody Marys to take a flight. So yeah, it would be way cheaper if I could find a 16%er. That would be great.
It's funny I think they do it at all the airports pretty much now that serve alcohol. Cincinnati, they do it. I've seen it done like in Miami, here in Baltimore. But when you travel, when you go to the bar, you'll order a drink and they'll like, do you want to double it for like $2? Like you give you $2 on the second shot or whatever. I see that all. They always do it at the airport bars, and I've never seen once anybody say, no, I just take the single shot. Like everybody's like, yeah, double it.
Sign me up for sure. That sounds great.
Yeah, I feel like if you're paying like all of a sudden you're paying like what 10 for a drink or 11, and they're going to give you just an extra shot for 2. I'm like, well, give me 2 of the 2. Give me 2 of the 2 shots. Let's take it to a 3. I mean,
right.
Just make it like Starbucks. Just drop a few extras in. Yeah.
Bring it, bitch.
I'm like, that's where you get the value. You're welcome.
The last Thursday when I did the Chaffley with the
Shot. The fireball or
Oh, it
whatever
was
it
not
was.
good after the show.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
we were
thanks,
doing.
pal. Thanks.
That's so funny. You're welcome. You're so
Yeah.
welcome. You took part in our Unity ceremony. What me and she did for our Unity ceremony, and on the 14th, that was our 5-year anniversary.
There.
So we
Happy
have hit 5
anniversary.
years and survived each other and not killed each other yet. So hey,
Half the battle. Half the battle.
together for 10, but yeah, married for 5. So
Nothing wrong with a few shots. We actually were doing car bombs last week. That was good. Got a few people doing the car bombs and started getting them going across the bar, and
Car bomb.
Guinness and Bailey's Irish cream, drop it in, chug it. It's like a milk. It's like a milkshake.
isn't that the one?
Don't you say Jameson? Don't you say? Yeah. But it's like a milkshake. You put the Irish cream, you drop it in.
And it gets curdled, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what makes it. That's what makes it like a milkshake when you actually drink it.
Yeah.
And some of the guys are like, I forgot how good these were. Let's get another round. So it started up. So yeah.
Bringing them.
Yeah.
I'm just notoriously bad at chugging, so I don't generally go for that shot, to be honest.
This one you could probably do. I mean, it's it's pretty easy drinking as like a milkshake.
I did it once, but I'm just not great at chugging, so I just tend to avoid it if I can.
Yeah. Should we get you a redemption video? So we have you do a redemption for your shotgun and from the one time. We'll give you the bigger hole, so this way you'll do a little bit better, maybe.
The use of the term redemption suggests that I effed up when we all know that you taught me how to do it wrong. Just saying.
I didn't teach you how to do it wrong. You just needed a bigger hole. I didn't realize that.
You
That's
didn't
all.
give the instructions proper, and you're surprised it didn't work?
Right, you
Seriously?
blaming somebody else.
No one said twist the knife. No one said twist the knife. Not any of you. No one said twist the knife.
I'm hearing the redemption in your future is what
I'm hearing it coming back. I'm hearing it coming back. So
I'm hearing.
then we can actually time you out.
She's not home. I'm not allowed to have sharp things. He's at work.
Oh, fear of flying. Yes, Mal has a fear of being high up.
The flying itself, it's the takeoff and the landing that scare the hell out of me. So if I have 4 beers or 2 Bloody Marys before I get on the plane, I get on the plane and I can actually fall asleep before takeoff. And if I fall asleep before takeoff, I'm golden. Everything's fine. Now, the landing, I'm kind of screwed unless I'm ordering on the plane, which I try not to do because it's too damn expensive. But yeah, the actual flying itself, I'm fine. It's just the takeoff and the landing.
Yeah. I mean, if you're
really bad experiences with storms when I lived in the Caribbean, flying in and out of the Caribbean, like tropical storms and stuff, I had some really, like, people screaming for an hour. Like, I've had some really nasty experiences, so it kind of messed me up for that.
a little stigmatized.
A little bit, yeah.
Just a little bit. Paul's in the house. Cheers, my favorite people. Cheers to you, my friend. Happy Thursday. And congrats on the anniversary as well.
Thank you, sweetie.
Yes, congrats there. So we give you a little applause. Did I give you a little applause? Is that worth a little applause for the anniversary?
Wait, is that going to copyright you? Calling out Lady Gaga all of a sudden, it's going to copyright you, right?
Well, only if you sound like Lady Gaga.
Oh, then we're safe. We're totally safe.
Shannon's doing her own paintings.
Oh,
now,
God.
so.
Oh, you're painting now too?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Love it.
I have like 2 I like. I've done about 20.
That's all right. That's fun. Are you gonna have a beer painting video too, where you're drinking a beer and painting?
Yes.
Who knows?
Who knows? Look at the background. Don't you love the background they actually set up now with their with the whole studio look? Look at this. All this stuff they're doing.
I
Look at that.
To be honest. I really
Todd
do.
and Shannon. Todd and Shannon at What's Your Beer? If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Look at that. That's a subsidiary of J BeerVentures too. So we're growing. We're growing.
No, I think I had a garage sale and sold the curtain. Didn't want to admit it to anybody.
Yeah. Oh, Vanessa says hello all. Vanessa, great to see you as always. You were here, then you left and you came back, I think. 10 car bombs in a row. Shit got weird after that. Well, if you do 10 in a row, yeah.
Paul.
Wait, is he talking about the drinks or?
Well, Paul could have been either one, right? It could have been.
Right.
It's Paul. Yeah, it's good. Hashtag bigger hole. So there you
Thank
go.
you for that. I'm glad that you pointed out that line.
That's Paul. It's Paul. What are you gonna do? You can't
Everybody
like.
else missed it.
Paul doesn't miss those kind of things. He like highlights them.
Asking if I needed a bigger hole. Thank you for that. I'm just so glad I'm here for this.
Oh shit! I bet LOLs.
At 2, Shane? Oh.
Oh, mapping a Sudoku game onto a tourist things one does. Yeah, I've never done that. But Vanessa, you're on such a different level. So
You know, Paul and Vanessa are the same sun, moon, and rising in astrology, and it makes a lot of sense because they're both so like multifaceted. You know, like they have a lot of different interests, and
right.
So, you know, it makes sense.
Ever been in a small plane that gets flipped upside down on approach from a wind shear? Fun stuff.
It didn't get flipped upside down, but I've been on one that went sideways when we were going from Chicago to Minneapolis. That was not pleasant. And it was
Can't say
like
I have.
passengers, I think, so it was a dinky one, and that was unpleasant.
I mean, I've been through a prop plane through a thunderstorm before. That's fun.
Oh, I don't like that either.
I've done that before.
Start looking around. So where do you guys keep the parachutes on here?
Life preservers.
Right. Trying to catch up on your videos, Shannon and Todd. There you go.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Yes, thank you.
We should do a StreamYard duo painting session, Shannon. There you go. That's a great idea.
Yes.
That's a great idea.
I'll try.
I am so on board. Please do that.
They'll be painting like the whole
Yeah.
trees and whatever.
Yeah.
But you're always doing research, Vanessa. Hence the term one. LOL.
Yes.
Kitty and I here for the show, sons. The flipping was wing over wing around the longitudinal axis of the plane at full roll.
Jeez.
Yeah, never again.
No,
would I?
thank you.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm done.
Were you singing roll in? Roll. We're rolling in an airplane. Twin engine going to turn over. Yeah. Life preservers, my guess, will probably hit a mountain.
That's how that works.
So good there in the comments, though. Shannon and Todd, since you guys cracked open a beer already, what beer did you crack open? Wow. Fired up. Man, the divas are coming out. All right.
It's gonna be 10 o'clock before I get a beer open.
I know, I'm thirsty as hell. This beginning part always takes too long.
Yeah. All right. I'm drinking Urban Artifacts,
Ooh, okay.
Jack, pumpkin pie, American fruit tart.
Nice.
And it is
Pumpkin
very
pie.
tart. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking Left Hand Brewing Company White Russian.
Oh,
Nice.
there you go.
That's a good one.
Had a good amount of left hand floating around for you guys there.
Yeah, that's what we
Has
had.
been here lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the show.
Yeah. See,
Now
now
the-
we're in that mix of we got beers in the fridge. Now we got to save them for the to do it time. So now
Do I drink it now or do I wait to do a video, right? Yeah.
This one was
Yep.
supposed to be for a review, but we're going to Jungle Gyms on Saturday. So.
Oh, yeah. Todd was asking me questions. He was prepping for it. So you guys going to Eastgate there?
That's when
That's the one you should go to. That's the bigger one.
That's the newer one, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the big train up on top, or is it the other one?
I think they both have them now. I think they both have the train.
I thought they both did also.
Yeah, but Eastgate's like the bigger one. That's pretty solid.
Right. Maybe.
Rod, I heard you open something. Go ahead.
I thought you would open something there.
Well, you've already opened yours. I haven't opened mine yet. So.
Oh, I just cracked open my last of the Monument Rooftop Orange Crush. So Rooftop is Orange Crush. It's a sour. Look at that. Squeezing the orange. Squeeze the fucking orange. Squeeze it. Squeeze all the juice out of it right there. The guy's squeezing it with passion. There you go. So it's a little sour. This is the last of a 6-pack I got a while back. So it's like clean out the fridge. Clean out the fridge.
It's always
yeah. I might get into a few other ones here, but what do you got, Mal? What are you cracking open?
Liquid Love Brewing Company came out with a brand new hazy, and it's called Love Amplify.
Ooh.
I love their can art. I think they did a really nice job on this one. But it's Raquel, Ruwaka, and Vic's Secret, and it's a 6.9%. Now, I have had this before. I had it on tap at the tap room, obviously, but it's very tropical forward, and it doesn't bite your face off, and it makes me very pleased. It's like... It's not a juice bomb, but it's juicy. So I do enjoy this one quite a bit.
Juicy. I need that sound effect, juicy.
Yeah, there you go.
You can just record it yourself.
I could, I guess. It's so wet, it's juicy.
That was creepy. Can you turn it into Paul or something? What's going on?
Well, I didn't go moist. I went wet. I mean, what do you want from me?
So wet, you ain't got to spit on this thing.
Oh my God.
When it comes to a beer, though, people don't mind hearing wet. They don't want to hear moist.
They don't want to hear moist. They still like to hear moist.
Beer
Yeah.
doesn't work.
No.
Like, moist works for other things, like towelettes, but not for beer.
I mean, you can do it with cake. People like a moist cake.
Oh, yeah.
Works well
Moist
for
cake
cake.
is the best. Yes.
That's
Like, there are
one
terms
exception.
that you use moist for, but not beer.
Yeah.
That sounds like you spilled it on the carpet, you know?
When it's moist?
Well, the carpet's moist.
Yeah, carpet would be moist. Yeah. Yeah. If it was hard, would it be wet? But if the carpet would be moist.
Exactly. Exactly.
Move along.
I bet Paul's just shitting himself right now.
Probably so. Oh, let me see here. Where did I leave off on the comments? Cascadian Black Ale Brew Day tomorrow. The Paul's doing very nice. Too Far Gone, Cascadian Dark Ale in memory of Kevin Clements. Cheers. Love you all. Oh, yeah, you too, brother. Yeah, that was sad to see that Kevin had passed away. He was the second key person, second person known from the beer community that passed away this year, after Greg did earlier. So, yeah, he is Clements Homebrew, great channel that I think it was him and his son that were doing that one, I believe. In fact, I'm pretty sure it was his son, but yeah, that was a surprise. So we never know. We never know when the phone call is going to come.
That's for sure.
Well, now on that happy note.
Right?
I'm just reading the comments, just pointing it out. We don't know. Do you know? If you knew, would you answer?
I feel like I need to drink less if you're going to keep this going.
I don't know if it's drink more.
Or a hell of a lot more. I need to go a hell of a lot more or way less.
I may need to do gummies instead of drink tonight. No. Vanessa said in her playing role, it was on the way to Eek, Alaska. I don't know if Eek was like Eek, Alaska, or if it's actually a spot called Eek, Alaska.
I think you need to squeak it. So
there you go. I can't get that note.
Oh, come on.
One flight into Alexandria, Louisiana was diverted during really strong thunderstorms because the dang cows would not leave the runway. I guess they wouldn't move.
Rob, you're officially canceled for that joke. That joke ended it right there.
That joke was horrible, but you know what?
It was still funny, though. It was still funny.
It was right out there. I couldn't help but to swing away at it. It was just low. It was like softball. When you see that low pitch come in, you're about to slam it over the fence. You had to swing. You just have to.
Hey, if we haven't been canceled by now, that ain't gonna.
No, that's the one. That is the one that's gonna do it right there. Of all the other jokes he's ever told, that was the worst.
Oh, I got more. Just wait. The fall of '81. Just Harvest, Cascade, Centennial, Chinook, and Nugget hops. Yeah, you should check out Paul's channel. He's got the hops and stuff going on, which is pretty cool. In case anyone needs content, don't forget tomorrow's International Sour Beer Day. My favorite is sarcastic tone there. Yeah, because we know Shane loves his sours, not.
Favorite. He won't drink anything else. I
Not
keep
now.
trying to try a IPA for God's sake, but no, it's all about the sours.
Now, Brian loves sour, so he's on vacation right now, so I don't know if he'll know about International Beer Sours,
He's on
but
vacation all the time. That's
he pretty much is. His job
everywhere.
his job has perks. He's using them.
It's true.
Tomorrow, the VA hospital is supposed to send a vehicle here to pick me up for my appointment. First time using the travel support. Oh. I hope everything goes okay tomorrow, Vanessa.
Yeah, I hope it goes smooth.
Emerson in the house. Up, Rod, Todd, Shannon, and Mal. I started a fan club for Wet Your Beer. Great videos. Sadly, most of the members blew up in the Motorola pager explosions. Whatever. Cheers. Yeah, how do you even do that? That's kind of a crazy thing in world events. Like, they blew up people with the pagers that they were going after, I guess, Hezbollah or whatever, Hamas. And then the next day it was the walkie-talkies. Like, I ain't going to Radio Shack if I'm over in the Middle East. I ain't getting shit out of there. Just leave it all alone.
Radio Shack anytime soon.
I'm throwing the radar detector out the window because I don't know. That might be next. They literally had to construct these things and put stuff in there and then sell them in those stores. But then, like, how do you know you didn't get civilians, too? So that's the whole big thing about it now. So they don't know.
No idea.
The world's crazy right now, folks. World is crazy. Paul, hashtag Hawk Tua, hashtag Carpet Muncher.
Can you see my hat?
Ooh.
Oh, let's see.
Egg.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Oh, hi, Chase.
There you go.
I got your sweatshirt today.
Oh, did you? Did you get a sweatshirt from the thing? Oh, cool. Nice. Appreciate it.
Yes.
Hope you enjoy.
I already had a shirt of yours, so we bought both of Chase's hats, and then I got a shirt from Alan.
Nice.
He
Well, what?
accidentally ordered a Christmas
Yeah,
one.
so evidently, yeah, Christmas.
It can be Christmas any day of the year. It's Christmas. Some people love
it's
Christmas.
green, and it kind of has snow and little
Holly bushes.
bushes on
But
the
you
bottom.
can't
But
tell it's Christmas.
it ain't bad. I almost wore it tonight just to see if anybody would have noticed.
Oh, that's the one thing too. I got to find people because with the store now, the way they have it set up, I don't always see who's getting what. It just tells me orders to be in place. So if people are getting orders, one thing I'm going to start asking is take a photo of you in the gear so I can put it on the site so I can share you having stuff out there
There you
too. So
What to do a duo? I'll put my shirt on, and you put your sweatshirt on, and
Yep.
we'll take a snapshot.
don't use carpet. Easier to clean the floor. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I mean, it's already happened.
Vanessa's got it down.
Vanessa's taking a different thing to what Paul was saying about it.
No, she's right though.
And a lot of people don't use carpet anymore. I'm just saying.
I mean,
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that don't use carpet. It's just slick. It's like, oh, you're all asphalt. No grass over here.
Asphalt. What a fun word.
You're right. Cheers, Everson. It's not even 8:30 yet, folks. We're just getting into it real early tonight. You're cheating. You're an hour behind us. When do we turn clocks up or back? We turn them up or back?
I have no idea. It's
We turn them back.
Halloween, isn't it? It's
Spring
supposed to
Yeah.
forward, fall back.
Yeah.
So you get the extra hour at the bar in the fall.
But it's got to be close to Halloween at some point. I just don't know when.
Because I feel like now it's getting dark around 7. I feel like it's kind of close.
Yeah.
Actually, it's after that because of Halloween.
When do we fall back? November 3rd.
Yeah, I was
November
saying, right
3rd.
Halloween
After
for that
Halloween.
reason.
After Election Day. Imagine that. No, wait a minute. Isn't November 3rd? November 2nd is Election Day, right? Or am I
Yeah.
wrong?
No, I think it's November
No,
2nd.
I think so.
No, this year's the 5th. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the first Tuesday, but it's the 5th. I thought it was the 2nd for that. Okay.
I'm going to early vote.
Which depends how it goes. You may fall back anyway. You might fall back twice this year. But anyway. Eek, Alaska, a tiny place in Alaska near the ocean.
Nice.
So it is an actual place. It wasn't just like the Eek because it was rolling over.
You gotta do it right, man.
Yeah. Let's see, a little Vanessa, double entendre, LOL. Yeah.
A little bit.
You can get that around here too. Yeah, winter incoming. So it's supposed to be a pretty cold winter this year, according to Farmer's Almanac. I'm hearing.
It's been like the last 6 years, though.
Yeah.
I keep saying
always
it's
cold?
going to be the coldest winter ever. And ever since you had that winter vortex crazy where we had like 30.
Yeah, that was weird. Like they brought up the V word when that happened.
Then we haven't had like a crazy winter, and even that one, we didn't have much snow. It was too cold to even snow.
Yeah,
just really cold. So I don't know. They keep saying it's going to be the worst one ever, and I mean now I have 4-wheel drive, so I'm kind of
hoping for it.
Not hoping for it. No, I hate driving with a blinding
use it.
Well, you're gonna get a lot of that being in Chicago.
One of the promises Chu made to me before I would agree to marry him is that he would never make me move anywhere colder than here. That was one of our agreements. Is the only way. So, because I can't. I'm already skittish driving. I don't want to drive in snow if I can avoid it.
I feel like that'd be a tough task to follow right there. Colder than Chicago. I mean, I know there's places that are, but
I mean, it takes out Minnesota, it takes out Wisconsin,
it takes out Michigan,
takes
out Alaska, North Dakota,
probably Idaho,
New York as well, the whole state.
Oh yeah, I don't know if New York gets as cold as Chicago. It may.
Buffalo gets that.
Buffalo for sure. Upstate New York for sure. Hell yeah.
Joe would tell you different for sure.
No.
Yeah.
I made it a requirement of marriage that I would never have to move anywhere colder than
But if you're in Vermont, it gets colder, but you could get Ben and Jerry's ice cream, so it'd be okay.
I can get Ben and Jerry's here. I don't have to.
I know you. But it'd be fresh Ben and Jerry's.
She wanted me to
right. Yeah.
She wanted me to promise
and
that
Hetty
I wouldn't
Topper.
make him move anywhere warmer than here, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't agree to that one.
Well, San Diego would have been a perfect mix, 75 degrees. You don't have to worry about anything. 4 years from retirement age under Social Security. My birthday this year. Yeah, full retirement, 70.
Yeah.
Nice.
Coldest winters I've ever endured were in Alaska.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Well, it used to be that way, but now some of these states are colder than Alaska, like when they have these reports that come out every year. So I guess it all just depends where you're at, kind of. So, sometimes it's cold, sometimes it's not. It's like sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
I was thinking
because I never did like the Mounds or the what's the other one?
Almond Joy?
Yeah, I never did like either one of those candy bars growing up. Was not a fan. So earlier this week, I was actually over with the Lager Room guys. I don't know if you guys got to see that, but if you haven't checked out the Lager Room, check out Jersey, Johnny, and Dave, who was the Beer Samurai. Fun time. Vanessa, she was in the chat commenting and stuff. We were doing stuff, but really good things. They do a live stream every Tuesday night, around 7:30 or so. We did a 7:30 when we did it. Really like 7:45, and then Wednesday night they do something as well. They do it with Tom the Beer Whisperer every other Wednesday. So they did something last night. Yeah, so cool cats. Check them out. Some good stuff. Some good fun. We laughed like crazy.
Is it the Lager Room guys? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Lager Room. I think it's just the Lager Room's the name of the channel. But the podcast is the Lager Room guys. Like when you pull it up, you'll see their avatar, like the Lager Room guys.
Well, I was doing it on YouTube, and it shows up the Lager Room guys.
Oh, okay. But they got the podcast and got some other stuff, and just a fun, good old time. And then they actually do a lot of stuff around beer and stuff too. So I'm going to probably have a spotlight on them upcoming, and then some other things that we'll be doing there. So.
Nice.
Yeah, give them a look. And speaking of spotlight, so next week I will actually be doing another spotlight, and we will have our own Nutmeg to Palmetto next Tuesday night, I believe, 8:00. Yeah. That Chase will come in to do a spotlight. We'll be talking about his channel, what he's doing around beer. He's got a few other things he's doing. We may touch on those topics as well, but we'll give him a chance to get to know Chase a little bit more and the stuff he's doing in South Carolina, because they got some good beers down there as well. So we're getting some pretty good conversations. So make sure. He's what?
He's such a sweetie.
Yeah.
We're gonna find out next year.
Just a great human being in general. He's so sweet.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Probably got the best laugh, I think, you know.
Oh, I know, right?
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. Yeah. So me and him together might be a lot of laughs next week. So we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Yes, the best.
Yeah. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. That will be taking place. And I know I haven't been putting up as many, but I will have some more beer reviews coming back up on the channel, as well as I'm working on some other things for some more. I'm getting back more to some of the beer education type topics. So make sure to stay tuned for that as well. So just
you do beer reviews?
occasionally I've been known to do one or two here or there. I mean, you know, I've actually got a library of them right now. I just haven't released them. But
Like from this decade, or
You are so snarky. I love it.
yeah, from this month even, Todd. From this month even, yeah. So stay tuned for some of that stuff that I'll actually be releasing as well. Let's see here. Comments.
I always knew Todd was the funny one on the channel.
Oh, what is that? What is that?
You heard me. Moo.
So we have an opening. We have an opening now for a third person on the show. We are taking applications, right?
Oh, that was great.
Ooh, that's Operation Burn Falls, 1985 in Alaska. Had one site get 90 degrees below zero. All personnel had to be evacuated out of the C-130s that flew to Antarctica. Wow. C-130s, they're not always the favorite, I know, from people that I know in the military when they fly those or have to ride on those. You can get heady topper all the time. Yeah, I mean, so I know Shane had to drive like 9 hours to get down through the sleet and the snow and through the mountains and all that kind of stuff to get to the heady topper. And it doesn't really happen around here as much. It pops up here and there. I got it last time because the guy in Jersey had it come into his store. But if you're not on the East Coast, you don't see it as much. You see more guys in the UK that'll get heady topper than here in the States.
I had it back in the day when it was the white whale. And it was
Yeah.
kind of like, back then it was really good, but I was like, I don't know if it was so much of what the hype was for it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Even now, I'm kind of like, does it hold up today?
I had a heady topper until my dad drank it.
Pops, what are you doing? You can have a beer in the fridge. You went to that one? You got that one. All the beers in the fridge, you went to that one.
Yeah, he looked in the fridge and he saw heady topper. He's like, "Oh, I've heard of this one. She's probably had this before." He gets halfway through it and then he's like, "Oh, I grabbed a beer out of your fridge. Is that okay?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, it's fine." And I said, "What did you get?" And he said, "I got the heady topper." I went,
Like, oh, the Bush Light or the heady topper?
I'm crying a little over that one, honestly.
Did you get a drink out of it or no?
I got a sip out of it, and we saved all the backwash for Chew when he came home from work, so he could try it
There
too.
you go. Yes, there you go.
So unpopular, probably. I would say I don't know if it's unpopular opinion, but not as popular opinion. I got to tell you, I wasn't as impressed as I thought I was going to be having heady topper.
See, that's what I'm saying.
It was
right?
fine.
Yeah, and I like Focal Banger better than heady topper.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know if it was worth the hunt to actually go out. So I can see why BJ said nobody really piles in anymore to buy them like they used to.
Yeah.
I think a lot of stuff's caught up with them. So it's good.
So
It's solid.
Is the only way you can get it is if you stand in line at the brewery and buy it, or do they actually distribute now? So,
They distribute now. I mean, I got mine from BJ up in Jersey
oh, okay.
that he got in his store. Yeah. So I got both of them there. But it's kind of like, it's still a solid beer. Don't get me wrong, but it's kind of like you get so much hype written about it. It's like really, like you like I wouldn't go. It was like first time I had High Life. Everybody's talking about High Life. You get this High Life from Cigar City, and I had it. And I was like,
exactly.
it's all right. It's good, but it's not great. It's not to the next level, in my mind. So yeah.
No, I felt the same way. It was just, it was fine. Like I didn't hate it, but it didn't wow me. But I got to taste a piece of history, right? It was the first. Or supposedly
about what 2004 or 5 or whatever. Before then, even the White Whale, like head stopper, you were like the creme of the creme. Like, all right.
And then they're like,
I was expecting so much more, and I was like, it was good, but it was like, it's not. I'm not driving 5 states over to get it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. And they were like drinking from the can. I got to tell you, I like it better from the glass. I didn't like it as much from the can. That's just how it was for me. But
I agree with that also.
Well, thank you, Vanessa. Yes, it was a fun time, definitely there with the Lager Room guys. Painted with PA Brews. Some people like girls with nuts, some don't. Hashtag you got painted, sons. Yay, Chase. Yes, Chase will be next week.
Paul, right?
Yeah.
We can always count on Paul to have those.
Always.
Got this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let me see here. Vanessa, actually, thank you for sharing the Locker Room guys little channel out there as well.
Yes.
Todd finally got his channel. Now talking smack. Yeah, he's been like this. He's like coming like a freaking diva here. You would think he was the lead singer to. You would think he's the lead singer to Temptation. Some of the stuff he was pushing around here. Fun C-130's fun ride hanging on the wall on the web. Yeah. There's a lot of hanging on from my friends that have been in the military talking about flying on the C-130. Oh yeah.
Mine's going downhill already just because.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet it was because Vanessa on Money did a smoked brisket, by the way, because she was talking about that show on the show Tuesday. She did that. Yeah, I bet it was it. What do you make that's not a hit, Vanessa? That's the question.
I mean, that is a good point.
Everything
Vanessa makes.
It's like Vanessa Midas. Touch it and it's gold. I mean, that's just how it rolls.
Agreed.
But good stuff there. This beer is actually going down rather easily. Pretty good stuff. Also.
She said.
Ooh, really? Hey, you gonna talk about the stuff I say? Do you throw that out there?
Oh yeah, I threw it out there. I
did. Also, talking about the spread shop earlier, there will be new merch. I've actually got new designs that I'll be dropping in the store, some different ideas, stuff that I'm putting out on things too. So
awesome.
Make sure to stay tuned. And down below, don't forget, check out the affiliate links because I do have a lot of different things down there for different deals, beer glassware that you can get different things on, different beer items, as well as you can get beer delivered to yourself through Beer Drop in a few places I have down there, and even non-alcoholic beer if you want to get that. There's stuff where you can get like a discount and things, so check that out.
Non-alcoholic beer, it's blasphemy.
Some people still drink it.
Hey, that got me through several illnesses. I survived because of that.
Yeah, I mean, good point.
Nothing wrong. I just did the Run Wild NA beer review on the channel. I've done the numerous Go ones previous. I'll probably get some more to do some other stuff there. So there's some good NA beer.
Right? Did you do?
I did athletic last week.
Right.
I did the Go a few months back.
Yeah.
I'm going to probably put an order in and get some more Go sent here. But I do want to get the Speedway because I heard the Speedway Stout non-alcoholic was actually pretty good. I want to get the Deschutes Black Butte Porter, which actually was heard pretty good non-alcoholic. So I like to have some NA beer around now. Sometimes you just want to chill, right?
It might be terrible, but my favorite non-alcoholic beer I've ever had is still Heineken 0.0. I like it. I
haven't actually done that one yet. I haven't done that.
I like it better than regular Heineken. I think it's wonderful. Like, it just makes me like I have ordered it unironically because I wanted it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen to me with non-alcoholic, but it's just damn good. I just really like how it tastes.
So do you ever get like any of the skunkiness with it?
No skunk. And part of why I like it, because I'm obviously not an IPA crazy person in general. But no, the Heineken 0.0, it tastes like how I wanted Heineken to taste in the first place.
Yeah.
So I kind of love it. And I have ordered it just for funsies. And that cannot be said for any other non-alcoholic beer.
Okay.
So
there's an endorsement there. I might do a review on. I have to pick up a bottle and check it out.
yeah, I enjoy it. It's refreshing.
And then also, don't forget, if you want to support the channel, you can become a member, because I'm going to be doing some different member perks upcoming for some of the members and stuff here too. So that's something you can actually join if you want to. And what did I have here?
What do you want? Anything?
I don't care.
I flew on the General's jet in Alaska several times. 2 pilots were too chicken to get me to several radar sites. Just a short pop in for me tonight, guys. It's also from shooting my final clips for all by myself. Hope everyone had a great evening. Cheers. Thank you, Shane. Cheers as well. We're looking forward to that. If you haven't checked out Shane's craft beer review, check it out, as he's about to release All By Myself. I didn't have time to really get it in and do anything. And I'd have to go out into a park and be like the crazy guy, like in the park talking stuff, because I don't have a backyard. I don't have somewhere to go be all by myself, you know?
Shane, missing you bunches. Give me a call sometime. I'm about to start back at work. Tomorrow, actually, will be my first day back at work in the last 2.5 months. But, give me a call sometime, because I miss you bunches. Like, seriously.
There you go. All right. And that's kind of like the key topics around the channel. I actually tried to look at some of the beer news. So big thing with beer news, and there'll be a full segment on that and everything. But I don't know if you guys heard or not, but we were talking about Tuesday night, but Weather Souls is actually going to be closing their doors September 22nd. So Marcus left there back in, I think, the end of June. So he's actually got a book coming out about barrel beer aging, and he's doing another career path. But he was behind them. They supposedly, when he left, things kind of went downhill anyway. So, but you know, they were doing the Black is Beautiful series, so that was a big thing that they had going with a lot of breweries.
Right.
So, you know, Marcus will be all right. There's already a brewery looking to buy their property, apparently down there in Texas. But it'll be sad to see it not on shelves anymore. But that's just what happens.
I'm not surprised, though. I mean, anytime you get a chance for a good space, you know, someone's going to step in.
Look at that.
And then this weekend officially kicks off Oktoberfest over Munich. It gets launched, and they'll be out there in their lederhosen and dancing and doing everything along those lines, and they'll be throwing back the beers.
Isn't that
An
pretty?
event called Beer in the Woods in Chicago that I'll be in my full journal and the whole works. So I'm looking forward to it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Did you pour left ham?
Yep.
White Russian?
Nope. This is the pumpkin.
Oh, the pumpkin one.
Latte. Nitro.
I had that one last year, but I haven't had this year's yet.
Oh, I forgot to mention the poll earlier tonight. Speaking of Oktoberfest, so simple poll question: are you planning to go to Oktoberfest festival this year? Yes or no? So
Already been.
62% said yes, so 38 said no. So
I'm hoping to work at least 2.
well, there you go, right? So Guinness kicks off there. Guinness has 3 weekends of it. Their first one is this weekend. Then they have the 2 following weekends. So they'll be spacing it out. I do miss the Cincinnati Oktoberfest because that's always a pretty good time. So one day I'd like to get to Munich.
Oh, me too. That's on the bucket list, man.
Yeah.
No doubt.
I've been to number 2. I got to get to number 1 now.
Number 2.
That's what
you work for.
Because if you're number 2, you're what is it? What are you saying, Ricky Bob? What do they say, Talladega Nights? If you're number 2, like
You're not first, you're second.
you're a top loser or something.
You're not first, you're
last. Yeah. Speaking of overseas, so in the UK, apparently calls are mounting for beer pints to shrink. They're fine. I guess they don't do flights or whatever over there or something, but they're finding out that if they serve smaller sizes, people will drink less.
or drink
as a whole.
That's the sad
No,
part.
that's what you would think. I would think it'd be more too, Todd. That's what I was thinking. You just drink the same number of beers, so it'd be less consumption taking place. So for health, they're thinking, apparently they just drink the same number of beers, so it'd be less consumption taking place.
I
So
mean,
for
in
health, they're
theory,
thinking.
it sounds right, but I don't think so.
Now we're Americans, and we'll go over there. And we'll show them how to do it right.
Figures matter for sure.
But yeah, so they're like calling to have like instead of their pint to take a few ounces out of it. I don't know how well that's going to go over, so we will have to see. And how many of you ever asked to have a mustard hot beer?
I actually have had 2 mustard beers.
Well, another one is coming out right now. Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs Mustard Beer, brewed by Martin House in Texas, will debut at the Texas State Fair. 5.5% ABV, and it's made to pair with corn dogs. So if you're a corn dog fan, if you're in Texas, get to the State Fair and get that mustard beer.
I would totally try it.
But if you're a mustard fan, maybe. But
I love mustard and corn.
You know, I don't love mustard in general, but I would 100% try that. Not even kidding.
Okay, so what's your favorite and what's your least favorite condiment?
Sour cream.
Sour cream is your favorite?
Yes.
Well, what's your least favorite?
Love condiments.
Ketchup, probably.
No.
What?
You think?
Cocktail sauce.
Cocktail sauce, least favorite? Okay.
It's probably mine too, actually.
You know, I'm Midwest, so it's all about the ranch. I hit up ranch on pretty much everything. Like, it's just that good. Least favorite? You know, the ones that are really spicy. I can't do the really spicy stuff anymore. I get heartburn. So
Like buffalo sauce or something? Or
Buffalo
Tabasco,
sauce,
hot sauce?
Like
buffalo sauce is like the top end that I can handle. But if you go past that, like if you go ghost pepper or anything higher than that, I cannot even remotely deal.
So like hot sauce, really? It would be the...
Yeah.
Okay.
So anything spicy, I'm out just because I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night hating the world. And I can't live sipping on Pepto. It's not the way I want to live my life. So
I don't.
Yeah. Who about you, Todd?
My favorite would probably
barbecue sauce.
Well, that's a good one. I wasn't thinking. I was ketchup, condiment.
Barbecue sauce is damn good.
Barbecue would be top for sure. Yeah, barbecue sauce.
See, I know you better than you know yourself.
You do. You actually do.
And what about the least favorite?
I don't know. You know, I might kind of lean towards like the faux Chick-fil-A sauce that Walmart does. Because I usually eat that with.
Well, you can buy the real Chick-fil-A sauce now, selling stores.
Well, no, you can, but Walmart's version is probably
better.
better.
I like it better. I like it better than Chick-fil-A sauce.
It's like half the price.
I'm a happy camper when I can mix the horsey sauce and the Arby's sauce from Arby's.
Oh, that's good, man. That's a good little one. That's like a cuvee for sauces.
Oh, yeah. It is. It's like
cuvee with the packets.
That is heaven in a tiny little paper pack.
Now you can try the horsey sauce with the ranch sauce mixed together.
You know, I thought about that.
Horsey and ranch.
Yeah, and I haven't done it yet, but it sounds like something I need to
When I'll make French fries and I like different sauces, and I'll have some ranch and then I'll have some horsey sauce, and they get mixed up together, or I get low on both of them and I just mix them together. It's really good.
Is that an oops? And you're like, oh, go on with it, just whatever.
Yeah, it's good.
Oops, I did it again.
Did you say your least favorite type?
My least favorite is probably let's see what.
And let us know in the comments too. You watching? What's your?
Is relish considered a condiment? I guess. Right?
Yeah, it's a condiment. Relish is your least favorite?
Yeah, I don't like pickles.
Oh, okay. You'll get your pickle beers then, probably.
No. Well, no, not.
I'll only do dill relish. I can't stand sweet. Sweet relish is nasty to me.
See, I like some sweet.
I love dill relish.
That's not my favorite, but I can do mustard. But relish.
And actually, the only mustard that Chew and I buy is horseradish mustard. That's what we keep in the fridge. It's
But you don't like spicy, you said, though. That's a little spicy for a mustard.
Is okay. I don't get heartburn from horseradish. That's
Okay.
like one of the spicy things I'm able to have, like wasabi. And well, I know that's fake, but I can have that spicy. I just can't have like
vinegary, acidy,
like Scotch,
Like-
Scotch bonnets and those
I
peppers.
feel like
they kill me.
horseradish should be for me. It'd be like
yeah, I don't like horseradish.
horseradish.
Yeah.
But I can take that over relish though for sure.
Because we have straight horseradish in the fridge as well. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some of that.
Yeah.
and anytime we have cocktail sauce, we have horseradish in it every time. So
Oh, yeah, you got to spice it up.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's funny that you said wasabi, though. So when I first started eating sushi, when I first ever started eating sushi, I didn't know you put the wasabi in the soy sauce and
Yeah.
you mix it up. I used to-
The best.
I used to just eat a straight wasabi
Oh my God.
on the sushi. I mean, it was spicy. It was hot. A few times the nose may flare, but I was good.
Some people will put a little dab on the sushi and then dip it in the soy sauce, and it's fine. It's the same idea.
But I wasn't dipping. I wasn't dipping.
Oh,
I wasn't dipping. No, I was because I wasn't a big fan of soy sauce. I was just like straight wasabi.
Did you
Okay.
sweat? Did you sweat it all?
I never really like to sweat, but I've always liked spicy food. And then
Love spicy.
How about
during the course of time, I got one of my sales partners was Japanese, and he was like, "You don't put in the soy when you you don't take the wasabi and you put in the soy sauce." So he taught me how to eat sushi and stuff like that and everything. So,
that was kinda like drinking
but it's still good. But it was like okay, it was not as hot now, but I liked it hot, so I like the spice. But yeah,
And then that piece of ginger after to cleanse the palate.
the ginger to cleanse the palate. Yeah. And then even with the whole chopstick thing, just getting the whole thing. He's like, no, just do the bottom chopstick. You hold the bottom chopstick like you're doing your pencil, and you only move the top one.
Yeah.
And it was like, oh shit. Well, now I got it down. Now I'm fucking doing ramen with chopsticks. I'm doing all kinds of shit. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what's that? Give me that soup. Watch me do soup with chopsticks.
So in high school, we had a foods course. It was 4 different semesters you could take on foods. And, they taught you simple sewing. They taught you, it was pretty much home ec,
Mm-hmm.
but they taught you simple cooking as well. And there was one day where we had to watch a whole video on keeping the kitchen clean. And in order to make us quiet and focused while we were watching the video on keeping the kitchen clean,
Mm-hmm.
they gave us a bowl of Cheerios and a pair of chopsticks. And we had to learn how to use chopsticks on the Cheerios.
Mm-hmm.
And we had to clear the bowl before the end of class while we were watching this video. So we learned how to use chopsticks in a 30-minute period because we had to eat all our Cheerios. But it worked because I still know how to use chopsticks because of that. I she showed us how, and she said, "I'm starting the video now. You got 20 minutes left. Learn how to use them." We're like, "Oh shit, okay."
That'd be a fun game to play.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was. And my friend Karen, who was in the class with me, she tried to use her chopsticks and she was terrible. She could not do the chopsticks. She
Yeah.
took the chopsticks and she started stabbing it through the circles in the middle of the Cheerios, and she was cheating the whole time. And I was like, no, actually use them. She never learned how to use them, but I did. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing now is when we go to places like some of the Asian places, Japanese, or where they might have the chopsticks, I don't feel right if I'm not using them. So now it's just I'll get them, and Janice will be she'll ask for a fork or whatever like that, but I just sit there with the chopsticks, just kind of used to them now, doing dumplings, whatever. I'm just it doesn't feel natural to not have them anymore.
I'd be saying with Janice, I'm like, just give me a fork. I don't know. I'm going to my fast food place, so I'm not,
When we were in Grand Bend in Canada, we went to that sushi place.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I was using my chop, and I'm not a pro at it by any means, and Todd's like, "How do you do it?" And I'm trying to teach him, and he's like, "Fuck it."
I was like, "Here, you gonna eat this? You want,
Yeah.
How about this
Yeah.
one?" I'm like, "I'm done. I'm cool. It's just still trying to get it
So
first
Chew
piece."
will start with the chopsticks, but he always has a fork on hand just in case he gets fed up.
Yes.
So but he starts with the chopsticks. He does. He goes for it.
like
And we
sushi
see what
Well,
happens.
you try to learn, you try to do it. Yeah. But I'm saying, when you go next time you get chopsticks, like I said, just take the one, hold it like a pencil, and put the other one through your index finger on top of it, and you move that one to clamp it down on stuff. Yeah.
We got chopsticks upstairs.
Well, no, we do. You had chopsticks, or maybe or Kylie did, and they were like scissors, so it's like no fail chopsticks.
Oh, the kids chopsticks were
Like put it
connected.
down, they had like a spring on them or something. It was like automatic,
like tweezers.
Yeah.
That's like putting the things in the railing at the bowling alley so you can't throw a gutter ball.
Bumper.
The bumper.
You're bowling with bumpers.
I tried to hit him with that. I was like, I'm gonna starve to death before I get food here. I'm like, I'm just go at it. Who cares? Give me a fork.
Rod, did you answer your least and favorite condiment?
No, I didn't do mine yet. Probably my favorite condiment, because I usually probably use it more than anything, would probably be hot sauce. I want to go like with Frank's. I put that shit on everything, but I was like, I do like a lot of hot sauce on different types of stuff.
Can't go wrong with Frank's, though.
No.
Yeah. Least favorite. I don't use it as much, although I've used it more recently because I've made sandwiches of at home. Would have been mayonnaise before. But
You're a flip guy.
Well, no, either way. I mean, I don't usually a lot of that either. I mean, usually something like that, I've kind of gotten away. Like when I order a sub, I don't even get mayonnaise on. It's just like oil and vinegar. But probably of the least, it still might be mayonnaise, I would say, because I don't use it as much. If I got to make like tuna or make like a little sandwich, I'll put a little bit on there, but it's probably mayonnaise.
I'll tell you, mayonnaise
So when you
is
eat your
key
spam
to making a moist cake. You have to use mayonnaise instead of the oil.
Yep.
That is the best way to make a moist cake.
Maybe I just want it wet. I don't need the mayonnaise.
No. You don't understand. My grandmother from Arkansas, you've got to use mayonnaise in the cake. If you don't use mayonnaise in the cake, you will have a not good cake. To make it moist, you've got to use mayonnaise.
Did they have mayonnaise on the recipe? Like Duncan Hines and them have mayonnaise on the recipe? Or is it just like a little trick she found?
Well, those Duncan Hines boxes, they say you're supposed to use like a third of a cup of oil. Swap that out and use mayonnaise instead.
Okay.
I've always heard that too.
Fucking incredible. Not kidding. Like it's amazing.
Well, that's kind of
or you know when it asks for water, if you use strong tea, or if you use like fruit juice instead of the water, you can also make like a pineapple yellow cake and then have it be really moist. So like swapping out the water and the oil for other things, phenomenal. I did a chai tea cake. So I used chai tea instead of water, and then I used the mayonnaise, and it was the best freaking cake I ever had. It was so good.
What about beer? Beer's 90% water. You think it'll work? Do some beer? Make a beer cake?
I think one of the fruited sours would probably be better, like a smoothie sour or something, or maybe one of the super juicy IPAs, perhaps.
I think Guinness has a stout cake, and they actually use Guinness stout for that.
I mean, it's not.
And I know Bailey's has something where they use their Bailey's cordial in it as well for their. That's actually really good. I've had the Bailey's one before, and it's just like so rich. It's just like you take one bite, and you're like, well, no need to work out today.
Or next week.
Those box cakes just swap out stuff, because honestly, you can come up with the coolest stuff from those box cakes. It's phenomenal.
Let me see here. Shane said he will do, by the way.
Mwah.
Your videos would be epic, Paul. I have no doubt.
Agreed.
Indeed. Ahead on that one, Shannon. And what's that 1K? Now 98, but finally just it fluctuates. Don't worry, Paul. You'll be all right. Left hand pumpkin, maybe I can find them here.
Ooh.
Probably. If you're getting left hand distribution, you should be able to. I haven't done a pumpkin beer yet this year still. It's too early for me. October.
I agree, but if you don't
I voted 3 times and hit yes instead of no. Smaller bottles with a higher price than large size beers. Hence, probably drink less for the same dollar value. Yeah. And I don't know when the UK, if that's going to be just something in pubs they were looking at having smaller sizes, but I'm like, why don't they just do? I mean, we have small size. You can get like 8-ounce pours in the States. I don't know why they don't have them over there as well. I mean, I know tradition probably has a pint glass, but there's ways to do that.
Well, tradition was based on beers that didn't go over, 6% too.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what did I hear on the radio? It was someone was arguing for the Second Amendment right to bear arms, and they said, okay, that's cool, right to bear arms. Everyone who has the right to bear arms should have a musket, because that's when the rule was made, and that's available. So everybody should have their little gunpowder sack. Crack me up.
You got 20 seconds to get out of here, son, because when I get this thing loaded, it's over for you.
Like, that rule was made when there were different kinds of things. We don't use those anymore.
Yeah.
That one cracked me up. I was like, how do you still carry a bucket? Like, that's you're gonna look really weird going to the bathroom. Oh my god! It was some comedian I heard, and as soon as he said it, I just about died.
Yeah, don't run in a straight
neck
line.
in your jacket.
Yeah.
Like your head. Like, oh, I'm still hearing.
Like, what do you got? One shot with that old man? You got one shot, and then what? You better hit me, because if you don't hit me, you don't got time to reload.
Oh yeah.
That'd be gone.
Yeah, that one busted me up, man. That was great.
Paul said, I nearly drank North Britain dry. They were like, who is this guy? Why is he drinking all the beer?
I'm pretty sure I hit up Scotland pretty hard when we were there, too. So
Yeah.
That was good.
Mustard beer? Yeah, I mean, it might be tasty with the mustard beer, especially if you got the corn dog to pair it with, right? That's what it's set to do. I haven't had a corn dog in I don't even know how many years.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I don't like those. I mean, if you go to state fairs like that, you'll see it more. Like, I never get them at the store, so I'd have to be somewhere.
I'm not sure why I'm surprised, because it's the, non-spam, non-baloney.
What? You think I'm too good for a corn dog? I like a corn dog. I just don't know.
Just don't ask what's in it. You're golden.
I like cornbread. I like hot dogs. Why would I not put them together?
Both are excellent things.
Yeah.
Shannon pulled us out from the bar. She's like, "What the hell is that?" I was like, "That's
It's
from
Billy.
like the 1970s, 80s, maybe."
Yeah. Oh, that's Billy Carter beer. Yeah, Billy beer. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I found this too.
Oh.
What?
Wild Turkey Cola.
Well, this is full too. John gave me this, Raj. John Sharon.
Yeah, John Sharon, yeah.
Yeah, he was like, "Here, you take this." I was like, "All right, I'll take it and keep it."
That's a collector's item right there.
Yeah.
Are you?
Now,
I wouldn't.
this,
I wouldn't consider that to be one to age. By the way,
I
yeah,
think that's what we got from our old neighbor,
yeah.
Jason. I think get raided.
Oh, yeah.
From the, I think he gave that to us. So
What the hell
Yeah.
are they doing in the bar?
I don't know. Well, this is just a keepsake.
Paul's gonna drive back to Michigan just to buy his favorite German sweet spicy mustard. There you go.
Mm, yummy.
Well, Paul's in PA, so he's probably got some good Amish mustard there.
Oh, for sure.
Amish makes some good stuff.
Yeah.
Our store here gets Amish potato salad and macaroni salad. Best potato macaroni salads. I mean, yeah, it's pretty good.
So good.
Yeah. Takes them a while to get there. I mean, horse and buggy, but when they deliver, it's worth it. What time those Amish folks getting here? Oh, they should get here pretty soon. Yeah.
It's really funny when we were crossing into Canada at the two different crossings that we went to. I saw so many Amish folks, and like they would be in a van, and there would be like 7 or 8 of them crossing into Canada or coming back from Canada.
Yeah.
And I was like, first, cars, cool. Like, when did that happen? Neat. And then I'm like, dude, is it just a vacation? What's going on? Like, why do you have like?
Was it a family or was it younger people?
And a little bit of both. I mean, some
Okay.
of them it was all younger people, and some of them you could tell there was a mom and dad and then the kids. But
Okay.
it was an
Oh,
interesting
damn.
mix. But I saw so many Amish people going into or coming from Canada, and I was like, I didn't know this was like a tourist destination for them. That's so cool. And where did they rent the van from? Do they have a credit card? How did they do this? Like, I had so many questions, but I couldn't ask them because that's awkward and you're not supposed to. But I wanted to know.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking if they were like the younger, like in the teens or whatever, like late teens, where they get that little freedom before they actually become fully. But if it's a whole family, yeah.
I saw like older like ones with them. I mean, not like grandparents, but like parents at least.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know what's happening, but I'm loving this. I don't know.
Maybe the Amish got a new lifestyle that they're breaking in. Maybe they're,
I guess, but if that's the case, they'll be delivering your mustard much faster.
Yeah, mustard will definitely get there more on time. And the potato salad. Yeah.
And the furniture.
Speaking of getting something, I'm going to get a beer here real quick. Todd and them got a beer right now already. So
Yeah,
Todd did at least. He just spilled a little bit of it, it seemed.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Little Willitize. Now it's all over a little bit.
Fancy.
You're wiping it off the desk. I'd be down there like, that's Willitize. That's Willitize.
She's like, oh, get some.
Spill all over my leg and my foot.
Oh, never mind. I'm going to go back to the whole licking comment. I'm going to get a beer. I'll be back.
Are we talking about floor coverings again?
No, he spilled the Willitize coffee style. I'm surprised he wasn't licking it up. And then Shannon's like, it's all over the leg.
I'll get that later.
Yeah, he's like, leave it alone. He's like, leave that right where it is. I'm getting a beer. Tell him about the Willitize, I guess. Or Mal, I don't think you got another beer yet, did you? Or are you
I'm
still
still working on the first one, so I'm not quite there yet.
Well, Todd, you can talk about. Or Shannon can talk about the pumpkin ones she's having.
There you go. Yeah.
It's good.
That's good. That's all you get. Come on, let's hear
Tastes
it.
wet.
I mean, I'm
Not
only.
moist.
It's,
Not moist. It tastes wet.
Yes, it does taste wet. I don't know. You talk about your beer. It's nice, but it's not anything special, honestly.
12.4% coffee stout, Willitize.
So it's a weak one for you then. Okay.
It's, just small, just a
Yeah.
little session beer.
Yep.
You crack me up
Definitely
with
questionable.
your voice. How you?
You always said that. I don't even know.
It's like the your business when you call somebody at work. You're like,
Hey, how are you doing? And, hey, I want a pizza.
no, when we're doing some of our videos, he's like, "Welcome to What's Your Beer? We have," and he just did it then when he was talking about that beer.
I'm gonna change it now. He's like, hey,
Here's
Beer, bitch.
drink it. We're done. Out. We're gonna see ya.
here's my Oktoberfest beer opener.
Oh, how original!
It came from It came from one of the. It came out. I got it at Oktoberfest from one of the German
That's good. Nice.
stands. So that's part of the German culture right there. I bought it from one of the booths that came over from Germany at Oktoberfest Cincinnati.
That's
So-
all Germans.
That's got nicer tips than chew.
So, it makes sense now.
So I can't help how they designed it that way. I just bought it.
See, right?
Yeah,
The heritage. It's the heritage.
it's a heritage.
You just reminded me.
Okay.
Jessica Rabbit. She said, "I'm not bad. I was just drawn this way." Like that's.
Yeah.
I said that, it just made me laugh. I'm
Yeah.
not bad. I was just drawn this way.
I forgot. I was gonna do an unboxing. I gotta do an unboxing here in a bit too.
Do it now.
It's
Live.
a pop.
Live.
Do it now?
Boxing.
I was gonna do it, but I didn't do it.
Pop it
You don't
open.
have to. I was just saying, if you want to.
Do it now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's 4 videos in and he's trying to tell you how to run your channel.
He's a diva. This one I cracked open right now.
Ooh.
Little Hofbräu. It is
Oh.
Oktoberfest week, so
Look, he's doing it anyway.
So you and I spent the last 2 days in Milwaukee and had some really good German beer up there. Kind of
I
fun.
love German beer.
Yeah. And Milwaukee is a great place to go for it, man.
Mm.
They got the German beer down.
before I open it, I'm gonna get the comments first.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. Horseradish, root, and fix up your own sauce.
right?
Vanessa, listen, we love
Pickle
that.
moonshine. I wasn't a huge fan of the pickle moonshine. I wasn't a fan.
It's
I've
so
had
good.
it before.
I love
Yeah,
it.
Me either.
Yeah.
I also have a pickle whiskey that's just stupidly good.
With the pickle juice chaser. There's too much pickling going on right now.
Oh, there's not too much pickle.
Ghost pepper, salted hamburgers, dry powder ghost peppers mixed in it. So I would enjoy those.
So the ghost pepper salt.
Catch the fly rod, son. Hollow chopsticks to cheat on the soup, right? Yeah. Jokes on you, I had muzzle loader, handgun, and rifle. Paul's like, I was prepared. I was waiting for this day.
Love it.
All right, so unboxing. I've never actually got something for them before. You heard them? Funko Pop.
They do all those. They're not bobbleheads, but they're kind of like bobbleheads.
Bobblehead. You bobblehead? Like Charles Barkley, bobblehead. You big bobblehead. And it is the Rod J BeerVentures
Aww.
Funko Pop.
Wait, what?
Rod J.
Your very
Beer.
own Funko Pop.
Oh
What
my
are you
God, I love
holding?
it.
What are
Yeah.
you holding? Is that beer mug?
Two beer mugs.
I love it.
Double fisting. Rod J BeerVentures Funko Pop. There you go.
I need one of those.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just got that one done.
That's
And I don't think you're supposed to take them out of the thing now, right? Because everybody I see that
awesome. Yeah, leave it in the box.
Yeah,
that's what people display and they leave it in the box.
Because
But Rob, you need to order like 50 of those and have people buy them off your little store.
Yeah. Well, people can reach out to me and I can actually get them order for them too. So, but I'll put a thing on that. Yeah, but Rod J BeerVentures Funko Pop. Pop yourself.
If you post info, like I don't know how much they are, but I would love to have one of those.
Okay. Yeah, I have to. I'll post the thing there. So I got to put it I'll probably put on Instagram and a couple spots. But yeah, I was like, you know what? Other people were doing them. I'm like, you know what? I might just do one for myself just because I hadn't done one before.
It's cute as heck. I love it.
It's supposed to be. I think I'd have to
do a giveaway.
You're the first person I've ever known who is a Funko Pop.
Yeah, there was a few other beer people that I knew were doing it on Instagram and stuff. So I was like, you know what? That's kind of cool. Let me go ahead and get one done like that. It might be on it, but it looks like a sticker or a decal. It might be in the box, but I'm not going to open it. So, yeah. There you go. Oh, what is this? Should I put it there? Look at that. What is that right there?
Oh.
Shout out. What is that? What's yeah.
Hey, Rod, I have the same problem. I stand and I go to set my alarm off. I'm like, there's no knocking on the
He literally does have it on his nightstand.
Oh, look at that. Put the award on top of the Funko Pop.
Ooh.
Look at that.
You
Look
have
at
memory,
that.
Rod. You have memory.
I mean,
There you go.
You're double bragging.
You are the goat for.
Stuffing up the game now. Yeah. About to step into this beer though. So how's that Willitize now that you've aged it for a little bit?
It's pretty damn good.
It is.
It smelled like whiskey when you spilled it all over me.
Smells like
I can
bourbon.
smell it.
Look at that dunkel. That dunkel looks
Oh,
fantastic.
That's beautiful.
This is the dunkel from
Love
Hopra.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I like.
Yeah. Oh, I love the grain smell on it. Almost smells like a little bit like if you were out like with hay or something, you know, like just outside by the barn. Get that little wheat in your mouth that you're chewing on, you know. I know what you're doing, Todd. Hey, in the middle of the barn. I know what you're doing. Yeah.
Quoting movies again.
No,
No, it's an old song from the 90s. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh.
Rob. I'm glad you caught it. I'm glad you caught it.
The toffee comes right through, just like
Mm.
it's like the old Werthers when you were a kid and your grandparent would give you like a Werther's, that toffee. Oh,
I still love those.
Yeah.
The Werther's
Yeah.
originals were awesome.
Yeah, they were. Although my grandparents used to keep the butterscotch candy around too, but they did have the Werther's from time to time.
What
Yeah.
about the little
We had
strawberry
butterscotch.
candies?
And
Grandma had the
Ooh.
butterscotch and the little strawberry candy.
Also, my grandma had the little caramel squares in the plastic, the little craft caramels. I used to kill those as a kid. That's why I love caramel so much nowadays.
Do you remember the root beer barrels?
Yes, I remember those too. Yeah.
I could feel the sores in my mouth because I
Yes.
suck them in. As when you said that,
I was kind of
Yeah.
iffy on those. I wasn't sure if I liked them or not. Like they was
Yeah.
kind of hit and miss for me.
But I loved going into the old stores and you could get the sticks, the peppermint sticks, but it wasn't just peppermint. Like they had apple and cherry and all the different flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
Sticks.
Do you guys still have any like stores like that around you? Because we had some in Cincinnati for a bit, but
Yeah.
like old time candy stuff, you know, like old penny candy.
But we have to go out into the farmland and stuff, and
Yeah.
you find it out in those small towns that have
Yeah.
like the little depot stores, you know.
Yeah.
They have like the weird sodas. They'll have like they'll have root beer and cream soda, and then they have like orange soda, and then they'll have like weird stuff like ranch soda and all this stuff. Like
The funny thing is, like some of those candies you can find like at Cracker Barrel.
They actually sell them at Menards too.
Okay.
Menards
Okay.
have them in the candy aisle. You can get the old candies like the you know that you remember from way back.
Mm.
Menards always has them too.
All right, so we have one of those candy shops, and she just looked it up. I thought it was like 1960. It was 1800.
1891. It's been in the same.
Oh wow.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And they got like hard candies, whatever.
It's
like
like
they
a
make
little-
it right there. That's
It's like
that's
one
cool.
side's a little diner, and it's
Yeah.
like got a little. It's like an old fashioned diner, and then the other side you can watch them make the candy.
Yeah.
It's expensive candy, but it's
Do they
good.
do like the old skinny red licorice? Not like the thick one like Twizzler, but the old skinny strand ones.
They'll do some where they'll wind it up. You can watch them like kind of make
Yeah.
it or whatever. And
Yeah.
like the cinnamon candy, whatever. They like shove
Damn,
it in.
1891.
I never thought that was that long either.
I didn't even know Jeffersonville, Indiana's been there that long.
So I'm gonna have to get another beer, but before I do, I need to say I mentioned that Chu and I went to Milwaukee for our anniversary, and when we were on the way back, we went to the Cheese Castle. I don't know if anybody knows about the Cheese Castle, but it is a building that looks like a castle, and they sell a lot of crazy cheeses, but they also sell a lot of merch and crazy stuff too.
Nice.
We had to stop there on the way back, and I didn't want to stand up in front of the camera until I warned you that I have pants that are cheese and cats, and it made me very happy. And
Cheese and
so I
cats.
have it's all I can't get them up there, but yeah, it's all cats and cheese. They're just the cutest pants, and they're super snuggly and comfy, and I love them. And I spent way too much on them, but I don't care because I will keep them forever. They have pockets too. Bonus. So yes, I have cheese cats pants, and I wanted to warn people before I stood up in front of the camera to get another beer.
Cheese and cats.
Yep. Cheese and cats. Well, there's mice on there too. Like the cats are hunting the mice around the cheese.
Yeah.
It's adorable. So
The cheesiest. No, that's macaroni. That's Kraft macaroni and cheese. Now you can't. I think they kind of branded that line, didn't they?
What's that?
That's the commercial Kraft macaroni and cheese. The cheesiest is their line now that they use in their commercials.
Right. I don't know how you all remember all of that stuff because it escapes me. All these sayings and songs and movie quotes and like, y'all just like start going off saying something unrelated to anything, and I'm like,
that's what we
what
do.
in the
That's
hell
what
are
we
you all
do.
talking about?
You just.
Like, I don't remember. I just forget it. Like I don't watch. I just watch it and forget it.
Yeah.
You probably remember some stuff that's key to you.
I remember who you gonna call Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows that.
I mean, it's whatever, gets burned into the memory. It's kind of like,
I guess.
yeah. I can sit there and watch Outlaw Josie Wells and quote the whole movie for the most part. And she's like, why are you still watching it? You know the whole, I'm like, because it's good every time. It's Josie Wells. I know what's going to happen. He knows what's going to happen. But you know what? It's still a nice movie to watch. So.
Okay, so these beers I'm starting to, because I'm drinking different. Well, those
Mhm.
two make the same style. I'm like, is it like mixing liquors? You know, you drink, because I'm like, it's, if I drink the same beer like Miller Lite all night, it doesn't mix. It's making me feel a little like, ugh. And now I'm getting ready to drink a brown ale after I drink my pumpkin.
Oh, like a good brown ale.
I love a brown
That's a
ale.
good one.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
coffee,
Taxman.
flavor.
Oh, Taxman, we've been there. That is
Best
a cool place.
Best tax man in the country.
Absolutely.
Yeah. The only one I allow in my house.
Talking about spilling shit all over the place.
Y'all got shit popping off over there.
Amateur hour.
It's an explosion taking place.
But look, I'm married to a responsible man, and he has paper towels in the basement, in the bar, where you wouldn't think you would have paper towels because nobody really ever sits here but us. But there's no trash can.
Oh, baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah,
Exactly.
steps.
Yeah.
No, but our bar is from. We've got a cheesy ass bar in our basement, and it's his dad's friends made it, and it used to be in his basement,
Hmm.
and we moved it here.
It's from like the 70s, 80s.
Yeah, and it is. I love it though. It's got like the little foot thing, the little raised area where you can put your foot.
Oh, yeah.
It's got
It's got
shag carpet on it. It's got the leather bumper.
Like when you're at the bar or whatever. Here.
Yeah, what a big old mess.
Let's see if we can show it here.
Good old shag carpet, not just for Vans anymore.
Here,
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
here, hang on. I'll show the front
Oh,
of it.
she's gonna show you. Okay.
Here, hand it to me. Unplug that so I don't spill anything.
You guys got some pretty decent signs there now.
All right, can you see the bar
Yeah. Yeah.
down here? The shag.
Yep.
A little bit lower. No, tilt it. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So cheesy old bar.
The bar looks good. The bar looks good.
It was homemade though.
Yeah, it's
so
handmade.
yeah.
Dad's friend actually made it.
he used to work for a wood company, so he made all that from scratch, like back in the 80s or whatever. When he gave it to us, he's like, oh, and my uncle was like, oh, if you know the stories that were told at this bar, he's like, you would never. I was like, oh, that's so great. Yes.
I'll be more worried about the things that happen on the bar.
Oh, we have this old bar.
Be like, you ain't got nothing on us.
Yeah.
Bar, and then we have the pool table that was in my basement when I was growing up,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
like the 1980s. And
I like it. I like it.
From when I was.
So we're old school, you know.
I'm sort of disco ball will get there soon too.
Oh, she's
And
been waiting for you.
and the lava
Damn it,
lamp.
Rod.
And the lava lamp.
Damn it, Rod.
That's a sore subject.
You should get a disco ball. You should get one.
No, she's been wanting that for like
When we had this house built,
10 years.
I said, I want a disco ball in the basement. I want a disco ball on the ceiling. And we've been here 10 years and I still don't have a damn disco ball.
You hear that? She wanted mirrors on the ceiling and you failed.
Yeah.
Above the shag bar.
I want a disco ball.
We can do that too.
I'm 46 years old. I think that is a small enough dream that I should be able to achieve it.
You should get a disco ball up there.
Yes.
And mirrors.
No mirrors.
And mirrors.
Mirrors are
Well, disco balls are made of mirrors. Like that's fair. That's fair.
okay. I'll compromise. If I can have my disco ball, I can have the mirrors.
So I got myself a Maplewood Sidewalk Surfer hazy or double IPA. It's made with Strata Mosaic and Chinook, and it's an 8%.
Nice.
I do love Maplewood, honestly.
Oh,
They make
Maplewood.
some amazing beer.
Yes. Did we put that one up?
Not yet.
We reviewed a beer from Maplewood, and it's
Nice.
called some Fat Pug.
Oh yeah,
And-
Fat Pug.
Ah.
And it's the beer was named after a brewer that worked there named Adam. His pug. The beer was named after his pug.
Now, you want to know the fun thing?
What?
Adam used to work for Liquid Love, and that was
Liquid
supposed to be
Love.
like a crossover with Choose Brewery as well.
Oh.
So yeah, that one is actually a crossover too. So I don't think
Ooh.
Liquid Love's actually mentioned on there, but Adam was one of the first guys who changed the brewery's name from Prairie Crafts to Liquid Love, because he was the brewer at Liquid Love for several years. So you're having a beer that was touched by someone who worked with Chew.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Well, we did a video on that. So,
Yeah, we did a review on that.
If we knew all that, we would have.
But it was already a long video, and I'm working on cutting it down. So
It wasn't
No,
all.
you're all good.
It's like 11 minutes.
No, you're all good. Don't worry about it.
I think I've knocked it down to about 9.
Well, no, the ones before that was like 5 or 6 ish, and then we have a couple. It's like 9.
The editing down is tricky. It takes a lot of time and effort. I know.
Yeah. Well, I got on iMovie today, and that one's kind of easier because when you take a part out, it does like a little fade into the next clip, so it's not just like so harsh.
Better than
Yeah.
CapCut.
It's easier than CapCut,
Okay.
but it doesn't have as many
There
options.
you go. That's all right.
There you go.
Like,
So I used to do half-hour long videos, but I would have 4 or 5 hours of footage to
Yeah.
cut down to half hour.
Oh, yeah.
And so it would take me 20 hours per video
Oh,
to
God.
do one of our videos from the brewery or my crafting. The crafting actually took a lot longer. That was usually 8 or 9 hours of footage to cut down. So yeah, the editing can be a bit of a nightmare. That's why Chew handled the 60-second sips and the 5-minute flights. I wouldn't touch those because I couldn't. I didn't have time with the big long form
so now,
videos.
do you ever actually craft anymore or no?
Oh yeah, I still craft. I mean, I obviously I've been home and healing for 2 months. So yeah, crocheting, cross stitch. I've been doing some little things and playing instruments as well because I'm a musician too. So I've been doing other things that are good for my psyche.
Yes.
But I haven't been filming them. So
Well, I was wondering because you know when we first met you was doing that stuff. I wasn't sure if you were actually.
well, I've been working on sewing the same quilt for 9 years now. And
Oh,
it's not-
imagine
it's
how
not
that's
finished.
going to feel when it's done.
It's going to take some
9 years.
time. It's still got a ways to go. 'Cause
How
I'm-
big is the quilt?
Well, it's a queen size.
Raise your house.
I'm like 9 years making it for Paul Bunyan.
We're gonna warm the whole neighborhood.
I get into like super focused things where I'm only crocheting or I'm only cross stitching or I'm only painting or I'm only doing this. So I kind of have my moments and I'll go like 6 months where I'm obsessed with one and then I'll switch to another one. So with the quilt,
That's what she
I've
did.
worked on it probably a total of, I'd say, 18 months tops, but I'm hand stitching everything. I'm not using a machine. So everything is hand stitched, all the little triangles and all the little squares, they're
damn.
tiny. So I'm hand stitching everything. So it's going to take me at least another few years before I actually get it done because I have to get back around to wanting to work on it.
Girl, get it done before your eyes go bad because it's going to happen and those little stitches are going to be hard. Yes.
You know, my mother is still doing her cross stitch and her she does embroidery as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's 30 years older than me, so I feel like genetically I should be all right because I don't have bad eyesight on either side of the family.
Yeah,
And I actually had 2013 and 2015 when I was younger, so I
Yeah.
was better than 2020
Oh, damn.
for most of my youth.
Yeah.
So I think I'll be all right for the eyesight. I hope because
Yeah.
it's arthritis runs in both sides, so I have to worry about that more than I
So
have to worry
Mel,
about
so
the
Mel, if
eyesight.
you had to say what's the over under on years from now?
let's get this on FanDuel.
Inquiring minds want to know.
I
And let me know
truly-
if it's the over and the under. I want to know.
I truly believe in my heart of hearts that I will open my own brewery before I finish that quilt.
Fair enough.
I'm 100% sure, not 100%, I'm like 90% sure that I will open my own brewery before I finish that quilt.
I mean,
You can open the brewery open a brewery and have the
Like
quilt
3
in the
years left
brewery.
on that?
Well, yes, probably. But the brewery's getting opened in 2028, so I have a little time yet. But with the quilt, like I have to be in the right mode to be able to work on that, and hand stitching takes an awful long time.
So,
And I'm
so
only
what I'm
working on the
hearing
top.
is,
I don't even have like the padding for inside or the backing yet. So it's just
See?
the top that I'm working on.
so
This
what
is
I'm
why
hearing
this is why you need
over.
little. That's why you need little kids to do the stitching for you, like they do in other
Well,
countries.
The sweatshops.
Okay, so we're back to the 1850s London.
If Nike was doing it for you, it'd be.
Give us time. Child labor's coming back. Child labor's coming back.
This is going
Thanks,
to be all
Mel.
me.
Thanks, Mel.
And
The forerunner for that.
it was within the first 5 or 6 months that Shu and I were dating that he helped me pick out the fabric for it. So it's like fabric that we chose together, and eventually that's going to be on our bed. So someday I'll have it finished.
So what I'm hearing is bet the over, because it's going to be the over for sure, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's going to be
Nice,
after
sweet.
2028
Nice, yes,
that I
thank you.
actually finish. Just
Oh,
because
wow.
I have other crafts that I work on.
No.
The poll now has 55% saying no, not going to an Oktoberfest. So we had a flip. We had a switch. We had a switch.
Hey.
55 are not going to Oktoberfest
No, people, you got to go to
festival. Are beer festivals even? So I ask you guys this in the comments for those of you still watching. Do beer, or if you're watching on the replay, beer festivals, do they still hold the same weight now that they did, say, 10 years ago? Do you still find yourself enticed to go to beer festivals, or do you feel yourself now like not as maybe moved to go to one? Because there is talk where a lot of beer festivals are seeing lower turnout of people. It doesn't seem to be out there as strong as it used to be. A couple festivals have canceled out for this year. People are kind of watching what's going to happen at Great American Beer Fest next month because they actually shrunk their stuff down a little bit too. So I don't know. What are you guys feeling towards beer festivals right now?
I think there's still a draw for the real beer fans. I think a lot of the lesser numbers are people who aren't like newbies to it. Like you're getting the people who actually know beer. But what I've been noticing the most is the festivals that have music, that have food, that have all the bonus things.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that do well. So if you have a festival where it's literally just 20 breweries, people aren't as primed to come unless you offer extra.
Yeah.
You have to go above and beyond.
Yeah, that's
to
probably
get those
true,
people.
actually.
Well, a lot of different festivals, I mean, they'll have like food there, like food trucks if it's outside or if it's inside. There'll be people catering, right? So you're getting that kind of stuff there. So what are you thinking, like, as far as the extra type stuff? Like,
well, I mean, to have a live band, to have not porta potties, to have actual restrooms, to have like those
makes a difference.
Things that you can do.
Yeah,
people will come if they're going to be treated more bougie than just.
That's Rajay bougie right there.
How did it get to me?
But in working the festivals, and I've also noticed a lot of the festivals that are focused on charities, the festivals that are raising money for other things, huge. So I did one last weekend that was for an American Legion up in Gurney. It's their Legions of Craft Beer Fest. And because they're raising money for the Legion as well as the charities that the Legion supports, it's huge. It's great. And then I did one for Meals on Wheels. I did one for a company, or not company, but a non-for-profit that helps adults with disabilities get into the workforce. That was beautiful. And that had wine vendors, it had liquor vendors, it had beer vendors, and it had food vendors. So like they did the full gambit. But it was beautiful. And honestly, the charity ones I think do the best, to be honest. Yeah.
It's like the beer festivals with the cause, you're thinking.
Yeah. I think that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
People aren't thinking about spending $50 on a ticket unless they're thinking, hey, part of that $50 is helping people.
It's going to something. Yeah.
Well, I think it could be the quality of the breweries that are going to be there too. So.
Oh, I'm Chicagoland. The quality of the breweries is great.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, you have the breweries there, but even like in Cincinnati, you have some great breweries. But it's some spots, some breweries may not be as strong as what they used to be. So they're not getting the same lure that people are going to come in and actually
But the ones
do
that
that.
aren't as strong as they used to be aren't going to make it.
No, yeah, I mean,
They're either going
unless,
to get bought out or they're going to sell out. It's going to be one of the two.
yeah, I mean, unless you're like, you know, in a good spot, like, you know, we'll use like Niagara Falls. If you're Niagara Falls Brewery, where you're sitting in a destination spot where you know tourists always coming through, right? You can make you could make beer that's not great, that might, as one reviewer said, taste like charcoal baguette, and people will still be coming to your brewery.
I don't think I've ever, honestly, the only thing that was coming was their shandy, and it wasn't that great. It was awful.
Yeah, but if you have some breweries here in the States in some spots, like
Shandy. I only like lemonade. I like lemonade. Jeez.
I didn't do that because you know I don't like shandies. But actually, I think I came out the best with the double IPA I had. Actually, was drinkable enough that I think I came up with probably the best purchase.
No, the double IPA was gross, man.
It was better than what everybody else seemed to be having, though. It didn't taste like charcoal baguette. I tell you that.
They're just taking off tourists. They're not.
If you'd have been at our table, you saw Brian's face. That was hilarious. Yeah. He was just like, I was like, what do you think of that? He's like, it kind of tastes like charcoal baguette.
You want it?
Oh man.
Yeah.
I know. Me and Alan both ordered a beer at the same time, and the beer came, and we both tried it. We went, "Oh no, no!"
We thought we escaped it by going to the distillery part. We didn't know it was still going. They had to go back across to get the beer from over there, though. So we got through there. But Alan went back to the beer garden afterward to wash it out with an actual beer. Apparently,
you sounded like that cat meme. That no.
For those of you watching, the typical expression of us trying the beers at this distinct brewery, I can feel like I could sum up from one movie.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that?
That was pretty much a general feel when we got the beers from that brewery.
Now, to be fair though, the rest of the Niagara area, as much as it was, touristy and stuff, cute as heck. I had a blast there. Went on the boat, did the thing, like saw the little touristy things. I loved it. I had so much fun that day. Not even kidding. And it was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Actually was.
The beer sucked.
Yeah.
But when we got back to the house and had actual good Canadian beer, we were happy campers. So I'll take it as a win.
The other breweries you went to were fine. I mean, that wasn't a brewery that was part of our list to go actually see. So it was just, in fact, we were kind of warned. We were warned about it by numerous people, but we still ended up there. Yeah, we still ended up there. But yeah,
we were told not to go, and we were like, it's a freaking brewery at Niagara. We gotta go.
How bad can it be, really?
It was bad.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's like, how bad can it be, really? Like, no, it is.
I mean, for the average person, it's probably like, they probably just, but it's kind of like, for us that drink a lot of beers and we kind of pick stuff apart, it's kind of like, this isn't what it's supposed to,
I was like,
we didn't
I don't remember what I had, but I wasn't like, this place is awful. But I'm not, as...
Savvy.
I mean,
I'm not as savvy as
but she would have been fine. He would have been fine, and that's just his palate. He's just like, nah, I'm good, and he'll have whatever, and he would have been totally cool with it, But I still had two shandies there. I did, but
remember that crazy?
You got two of them.
Our table too.
What?
You had a crazy lady at your table?
Well, she wasn't crazy, but remember she came.
I do
remember
her. She
that.
was nuts.
She was nuts. So she was crazy and nuts.
No,
so this it.
She came up to our table and just randomly started talking to us about I don't know if she thought she knew us or she seemed lost, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because she kind of stood around for a while before she walked over. Like she was scoping out the table to see who she was going to go talk to. I don't. Maybe she wanted free stuff. I don't know.
I don't know. I attract crazy people, though. Oh, my God.
Well, yeah, look who you married. But
Whoa, wait.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
We're out.
I love you, Todd.
Too late now. Where's Chewin?
The expression from Todd looking up.
You would have said the same thing if she were here. You would have said the same thing. You know you would have. Yeah, so we had a crazy lady come up to our table and like hang with us for a while, and Alan was super uncomfortable. She was right next to him, like really close to him.
Yeah,
it was really funny.
Did she sit down? Did she sit down at your table, or
she didn't pull up a chair? She stood there.
Okay, she stood there.
We had
Okay.
one of the tall tables, you know, so we had taller chairs.
Somebody actually listen
Blah, 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 blah.
I'm sorry, your wife said she attracts crazy people. How am I not supposed to take advantage of that opportunity to insult someone?
it's a good point.
That was the setup. That's a golden setup. You cannot skip that one.
You had to hit that out of the park for sure, and you did.
Well, for sure.
I should be good on her, not you.
Todd, if your wife's gonna be that easy.
Oh.
Look, I turned it. So now you're good, right? You're good?
I mean,
Oh my God.
we're not going there.
Oh shit!
Honestly, it kind of depends on if she's had 2 bags of gummies or not.
Oh, that was such a great event. Yeah. Yeah.
That was the best.
Oh, it was the best. It was the best.
I'm still crying. It was so funny.
I never felt so free in my entire life.
Spread the wealth. Spread the wealth.
I can't even do it. I can't even do it. That's what he said.
That was good stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
You were amazing that night. Not as good as I was at getting what's his face off of Alan. Why am I forgetting his name?
Who? Ray choking out Alan?
Yeah.
Ray went WWE. Paul. It was Paul that was choking out Alan. Yeah.
Paul.
It was the other Alkanaut.
Not Ray.
I don't know where he was at, but I was sitting there.
You were sitting right there.
Alan was like,
If you had not realized, Paul had a pretty good amount of drinks that night. So, yeah. I mean, we all kind of did, but I felt like it was hitting Paul a little bit more than hitting other people. Maybe.
That's because I made him finish off the Malort.
That's part of it right there, making him finish the Malort.
I made him finish the Malort. But he was...
You are the devil for that.
Well, yeah, it was funny as hell. But he was choking out Alan from one flight down, and I kind of looked up and I'm like, can I have chips? And he went over to get me chips and let go of Alan, so Alan got freed because he was getting choked. Because Paul wanted to give him a hug, and from the back of the couch, that hug was a little, choking.
I mean, it was a hug, but he was just cutting off his hair.
Yeah, it was a hug.
It's like hug, but you got his windpipe. Don't hug around the windpipe. That's all.
Probably not the best.
Paul was sitting there, it's like dancing and doing his jokes, whatever. And all of a sudden, he's like, went across the couch. You and Alan was sitting there, and was like, "Oh shit, what's going on?"
Were you?
He's all totally like, getting.
Were you sitting with your back
aggressive
towards the basketball goal?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was sitting because I think it was the L. I think I do remember that. Yeah.
But I saved Alan and I got chips.
Thank
Honestly,
God.
there was no downside to any of that.
I love Alan so much.
I know Alan's a sweetie.
I gotta do Alan's spotlight too here.
I know anybody who hasn't seen One Flight Down, hit up One Flight Down. Alan's a sweetie.
Absolutely.
Alan's
I love
the man.
The video where he was dancing to his theme song. Did you
Yeah.
watch that video?
Yeah.
Edited, yeah.
At the bar, yeah. Well, he was the first one I saw that put our jump around karaoke in something. That was kind of interesting. Yeah.
I think I have some karaoke videos that nobody else has because I think everybody else was up there, but I wasn't, and I recorded them.
I have a couple of the late ones, like the really drunk ones. But Nutmeg's probably going to release those just before the next get together because that seems to be what he does. Because this last one, he released them like the 2 weeks before we all got together again.
Oh,
yeah.
This is my favorite picture I took all weekend, though.
Oh, I love that.
Dave.
That was good.
And I edited it for his birthday. I put the lipstick on.
Oh, I love it. Love it. But I will say.
Oh, and then I got him with the baby blanket.
I will say my father stumbled across the karaoke ones that Nutmeg posted from the previous year.
Yeah.
And he was like, what the hell, man? I'm like, yeah, I got drunk and did karaoke with friends who had cameras. Poor choice.
The best one being of Rod doing his karaoke.
Yes. It's just like somebody's got TK. TK was trying to get all hyped up in there. TK was like going back to college. He's like, we need to do this next. We need to do that. Like TK, we're not getting that crazy. Yeah.
No, it was Rod and TK hitting up the old hip hop, man.
If it would have been up to TK, we'd have been doing fuck the police. He was all hyped up. He's like, let's do this, let's do that.
Baby continues to have back. Baby continues to have back, and Rod wanted to let the world know.
Yeah.
They still got back. I mean, they weren't
like bouncing off the walls, and
it's so
mosh
funny.
pit is.
Well, I remember seeing a lot of different people recording, but I'm like, where are those videos at? Because I haven't seen them all come up except the one thus far. So,
what about Jingle Bell Rock?
Oh, well, that was for somebody's future Christmas, right? Like they were.
I don't know.
Was it Shane?
Who did karaoke Jingle Bell Rock? I wasn't there for that one.
Oh, you might not been there.
Like it was the whole the whole group did Jingle Bell Rock for somebody's Christmas video that's up there.
Yeah,
so
we all were there for that one.
Yeah, except for
Rod. That's to go to the Brew Tubers collection or something. You know.
Yes.
Yeah, the Brew Tubers wish you a happy Merry Christmas and send the Jingle Bell Rock out.
I wish we could like hashtag to have all of them in one spot because I
was telling Todd, we were my friend Stephanie was over, who's hilarious, and we did some parody beer reviews.
Yeah.
Me and her did, and she's hilarious. But we were showing her some of the videos from when we were
Niagara.
Yeah, where the hell am I going with this story?
I have no idea.
What was my point?
Show some videos.
Stephanie's hilarious.
And
I don't know. It's gone.
We showed her some videos, and then
it's gone.
I'll tell you, as far as parody videos, though, I always go back to Shane when he was doing the doppelgangers. When he did the doppelganger videos, oh my God, he did like Blue Ice, and he did Brian the Beer Snob, and he told me that he was going to do one for me, and he's like, but I can't find a wig with long enough hair, because at the time my hair was like down to my thighs,
He said did it when you shaved your hair off. You'd have been good to go.
I know, he should have waited until I shaved off my hair. And then, but no, like he was like trying to do one of my videos, but again, he didn't have Chew either to like, do the background on it.
I love these little videos. I don't know if you guys have seen this, like on Instagram, where they had the guy walking and they put the little stuff there, and it's like he's just like walking through. And it's like,
oh, I love that.
And they had a different saying. So it says the key to looking busy at work: walk around fast, looking really annoyed.
I do that at the tap room all the time.
I remembered. So we were watching that video, and we were watching the Chuggy Awards, and Todd got his award, and it was like bringing more people together. And I told Todd, I'm like, I just don't know if I want any more people. Like, I'm so like. The group is so good, like
cohesive. We have a good group.
Yeah, I'm just like the dynamic is so good that like I don't want to recruit more. Like, you know, there's people like we miss Chew, obviously,
And worry about like
Yeah.
yeah,
mixing
and then
it
I'm
up
sure
with
there's
the
like
food.
some people that we do that we
Well,
know,
'cause
but I'm
we're
like,
not at the convention center level, you know, obviously. We're not
Right.
renting out a convention center for this
Right.
yet, you know.
like
So a lot of the people are friendly, you know, like actual friends.
So one day it's gonna come like, so who's the new guy? I don't know. He came with somebody.
Yeah, right, like,
Who'd you think of him? I haven't talked to him. I don't know. I don't know how to take him yet. You know.
But when we do get to
Let me-
convention level, when we do get to convention center levels,
yeah,
you're going to have a table with a line of people who want your autographs, and Rob J will have a line of people with autographs. And, like, I mean, it's pretty amazing to think about, you know.
yeah.
I mean, that whole weekend.
Beer con. Beer con.
Think about it.
That's right.
I'm listening. I'm
Just
listening.
think about it. Like that many people in one house, and everybody just melded
Our
together.
house.
I know.
So
In
well.
the middle of the
Nobody-
street. Our house. Yeah.
there
So
was
you're
no
saying that-
house.
Shannon, you're saying that, but you weren't in the bunkhouse with all the boys snoring? Just saying.
There was an empty bedroom upstairs. I don't know how you ended up down there.
I wasn't in the bunkhouse. I had a bedroom because Chew was supposed to be there.
Oh well, that's
But-
their problem,
What?
not us.
The bedroom that I was in had a vent that was direct to
Oh.
that room. And I'm pretty
So
sure
Mal was Tater down there with all the ranch hands.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that-
What's the boys doing?
Next year, and
I'm pretty sure top bunk closest to that vent was Dave, and Dave snores like a goddamn chainsaw. Not kidding. It actually helped me because Chew also snores like a chainsaw, so it helped me sleep hearing that because I didn't have him with me and I was sad. So
Yeah.
I was listening to Dave snoring and going, "Oh, I wish Chew was here." As weird as that sounds.
That's another one that he has there. Where the guy's walking, he
Me on my way.
says, "Me on my way to HR because I nicknamed my coworker 007 for having zero skills, zero motivation, and taking at least 7 breaks a day." These are the funniest shit when you see this during the course of the day.
See that little kid's original videos though? He's like Ukrainian or Russian or something, and he's like with all these. He like gets really mad at these big guys and like tells them off. It's like the original video where he came from.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, but Mal, next year I have
Yeah.
Ambien. I mean, but you have to go to sleep when you take it. You cannot stay up or you're going to do crazy shit.
Really? Yeah, no, you would for sure. Yes.
Sweetie, this is
So-
in the US. As long as I have Chew next to me, I'll sleep fine.
You can't stay up. Why can't you stay up?
Oh, don't. Don't stay up. Don't.
Though
stay
I
up.
will say the first night that I was there, I was feeling really guilty about Chew not being there, and I was upset. And Paul actually stayed up with me until like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like we were playing
Aw.
ping pong and stuff. Like he was super sweet, and like he
Oh.
knew that I was like dreading going to my room
Yeah.
because I was sad.
Yeah.
So no, he was such a sweetie. And I know, mostly what people see of Paul on here is, snarky and dirty comments, but Paul
Yeah,
is one of the sweetest human beings I've
yeah,
ever met.
Paul's super-
He was so
he's
kind.
cool.
And when
Yeah,
when he
Paul's good.
showed up, he was like so shy and reserved.
Yes. He's
Somebody
super
asked me, and I said, "Give him time. He'll come out. Don't you worry about it."
But he was super kind. Like I'm telling you, he stayed up with me until 6 a.m. because I did
Yes.
not want to go to bed. Because
Yeah, Paul's a good guy. He's a good.
I was super sad not having Chew
And-
there.
I feel like if there was an award for the most interesting person at the get together, it would have been Paul.
Oh. I'm kidding.
Yes, he is the most interesting person. It's like the
Paul's a
cover
very
does not
interesting
match
person
the
for sure.
content.
I just adore him. He's so nice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, him and Alan were. This was the first time I met him and Alan, and I thought they were both amazing human beings. Like I was so excited to meet both of them.
I thought everybody in person
Yes.
was amazing. Like,
Everybody was
so
so
like,
freaking nice.
Well, I had the bonus of having met Shane and the Alkanauts and Chase before the year before in Chicago.
Yeah.
So this was my first time meeting Paul and Alan, and I thought they were just wonderful human beings.
Right.
And it was my first time meeting Rajay in person as well, which was very exciting for me because he is the legend, as we all know.
The goat.
Dreadful cow jokes, just so you know.
I made one. I just did one tonight.
I know. It was atrocious.
I mean, you know.
But he's still the legend. I'll give the legend thing. But the cow jokes, no go.
You and you stayed at our
That's
house before.
maybe I should.
I met Rod years ago and stayed at his house and did whatever. It's like, okay, you know, it's all like a small.
Yeah, you could have been Jeffrey Dahmer, and I wouldn't have known.
You
might have.
Well, you remember when I told you about coming into Canada by myself when they were asking, like, who are you going to meet? And I said, friends. And they said, what are your friends' names? And I went, Shane and Ray and Paul. And they're like, do they have last names? I'm like,
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know their last names. And they're like, you're coming to be friends? How long have you been friends? I said, 2 years. They probably thought I was doing like I was. Like,
you should have given the YouTube names. I'm meeting the Alkanauts.
Eventually we got to that where I said I was a YouTube creator and they're also YouTube creators because I said I met them online, but they thought I was trafficking myself. Like,
yeah.
So then you should have said, I'm here to see Rajay. And then be like, oh, okay.
I know, right? I know.
You definitely got different. You definitely got different questions than we got.
But yeah. Like, a single woman living in Canada, they were asking all sorts of weird questions to me.
Yeah.
Like, why can't a single woman go to Canada? I'd be like, if it was a single guy going to Canada, would they say the same questions? Probably not.
Probably not.
That's kind of.
They looked concerned about why I was coming to Canada, and I was like, I'm meeting friends who I don't know their actual.
You should have told them. You should have told them. You should have told them what P. Diddy sent you.
Oh no!
Well, speaking of P. Diddy, how the hell are you gonna have 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
That's creepy.
I mean, that's a party unheard of right there.
That's kind of slick. I'm just saying. That's 1,000. Shannon, I couldn't let that slip through.
Rod, that's still better than the cow jokes.
1,000 bottles of baby oil.
You know,
I mean, if that's not a freak party going on, I don't know what is. I'm like,
okay.
I don't care if they have slip. I don't care if they have slip and slides for like 10 different bedrooms. You don't need that much baby oil.
You had an addiction to temporary tattoos. Temporary tattoos, you need the baby oil to remove them. He had an addiction to temporary tattoos. That's obviously what's happening.
That's a lot of tattoos for 1,000 bottles.
The temporary ones, though. So you get the little machines at the grocery store. He was covered in temporary tattoos.
I mean, dude from Silence from the Lambs would have been in heaven there. Put the lotion in the bag. Put the baby oil in the basket. I mean, he would have been. Sorry, Shannon. Go ahead.
This is how I would explain that. I've been like, I was at a party one night and, I know I shouldn't do drugs, but I was doing drugs. And this guy came up to me and he was like, hey, I have this great idea. He's like, I want to start, like, baby oil is toxic and we need to get some baby oil that's not toxic. And so I have all these natural ingredients that we can make baby oil with. And then so P. Diddy was on drugs and he was like, oh, okay, that sounds like that's legit. I got a lot of money here. We'll go with that. And so they get them made, and then P. Diddy finds out that it was actually toxic. But he in the warehouse, he couldn't store them there anymore. So he had to have him. So he had them. They got stuck at his house.
I'm sticking with the temporary tattoo.
You know what, Shannon?
What?
I would say you probably make a better lawyer than the lawyer he has right now. I think he should hire you as the lawyer. Be like my cousin Vinny.
The youths.
I'm sticking with temporary tattoo removal for my story.
Good point, Rod. Good point.
I think you would be awesome for that.
You're my lawyer going forward. You're my dude.
Yeah.
Having a good day or a bad day.
Well, just give some alcohol and it's all good. So.
Fair enough.
And then they're replaying the Cat Williams video when he was on Shannon Sharp show, like talking about P. Diddy parties and stuff like that. And the part of Cat Williams said he had to protect the virgin hole. He couldn't party with P. Diddy. I don't know if he saw that or not, but it's just like all this stuff coming out. It's like, yeah, I don't know.
He's like, I couldn't even do that. Like, that's way beyond.
I bet a lot of people are shaking in their boots because
with Shannon Sharp, Shannon, you gotta know how to work a cell phone, son. Just saying. Shannon Sharp putting this stuff out.
No, I don't defend people that hoard baby oil.
1-800-DOW-SHANNON.
No.
I mean, the Catholic Church ain't got that many on stock, I don't think.
No kidding.
Oh, sorry, Mal. Too soon for those jokes. Too soon. Went too far. I went Bill Burr. I went Bill Burr too far on that one.
I did work for an Anglican Episcopal church for 3 years, which is pretty much Catholic light. But at the same time that all that was happening with the priests and stuff, it was the same time I was becoming a teacher. And then all of a sudden the teacher thing came out, like the teachers sleeping with students and stuff. So, yeah, that's...
Well, does anybody ever think, like, back in the 90s when Sinead O'Connor threw up the picture kind of making a protest, like, she was pretty much right. Did anybody ever apologize to her for saying that? I think she's still banned on Saturday Night Live. I mean...
She's dead.
If she had been...
Oh, she died? I don't know. When she died?
Yeah.
When she died?
I'm thinking she killed herself.
No, did she? I didn't think she killed herself.
Hang on, let me check.
Yeah, but she is dead. But if it had been the new pope, the one from South America, I love that guy so much.
He says some stuff though too at times, like
he does say some stuff true, but
he does admit other faults.
Did you hear about him getting in trouble? He got in trouble with all the cardinals and stuff. Like they shoot him the fuck out. Like
because he was okay with gay marriage.
No. He would get these dinners delivered to his room, and it was too much food. He didn't want to eat that much. So his leftover food, he would disguise himself, and he was sneaking down to the gates and handing out.
Oh, the people there,
people to the people who were begging, right? So he was handing out his food all the time, and apparently they found out that he was sneaking down to the gates, and he got in like a whole bunch of trouble for giving food to the poor. And I'm like,
I'm the Pope.
How is the Pope getting in trouble for giving food to the poor?
Yeah, like first of all, last I checked on my agreement, I'm the one in charge, right?
Yeah, right.
So, second of all, I'm pretty sure if Jesus had extra stuff, he would give it to the poor, right?
So he was dressed different, so people.
Yeah, so people would know. Yeah,
and he was sneaking down there without any of his guard, and he didn't have like his safety people around. And like, when he was doing the tours and stuff, he didn't want the safety bubble. He didn't want the bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
He wanted to be one of the
so he like went out. He went into the people was 30, like Jesus would have done, right?
Right. And see, that's why I don't.
I'm still waiting to find out why he's getting bitched out, because it seems like he's the only one following the stuff he's talking about.
That was wonderful. Now, I'm not completely behind all of the views of the Catholic Church, obviously, but I did like he's actually
doing everything you would expect him to do as a pope if you were looking from the outside in.
He's trying to be the kindness that Jesus was supposed to be. And if someone's going to be religious, at least let them be kind about it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it
Yeah.
was wonderful. I thought and even after he got in trouble, he kept trying to do it. He kept trying to sneak down, and they
Yeah,
were
I'd be
watching
like,
him
"You're
work
fired,
close. He
you're
wouldn't be
fired."
I don't see Joel Osteen handing out any food.
Now,
I
you're right.
kind of love that he was like, "Fuck your rules. I'm going to give them
Yeah.
food because they need food."
Yeah.
Now, you were right. Sinead O'Connor died of COPD.
Okay, yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah,
She was
I
only
didn't think it was
56
suicide. I was
years
pretty sure it was
Yeah.
something else.
Sinead O'Connor.
But I'm like, yeah. I felt like they should have sent her an apology. Like, okay, you were right. You know.
Well, nobody
Yeah.
likes to eat crow.
But
Yeah.
as far
cost
as
of
the
money.
history of
Right.
popes go, I kind of appreciate this guy because he seems to actually care
Well,
about the parts
Pope
of the
John
Bible.
Paul II was actually back in the 80s. He was actually a pretty decent pope, from what I remember when I was in Catholic school. Well, I was out of Catholic school by then, I think, or just coming out when he became pope. But
That sounded so bougie, just so you know.
going to Catholic school,
Yeah.
how's that bougie? I only went to Catholic school for like I went like
You
the
gotta
first
pay
five. I
extra
went
for
the first 5 grades.
Rod,
Yeah, you
Actually,
gotta
first
pay
five and a
extra
half.
for
First 5 and a half.
Rod's kind of bougie. Just fess up, Rod. Just fess up.
just a little bit.
You only need to really go until like you're 8 years old anyway, because you're
Never mind.
no, your learning skills, by the way, when you learn as a child, research has shown that you learn 80% of how you're going to learn your skills by the time you're 8 years old.
Or after you're 8 years old, you're past your prime.
Well, yeah. After 8 years, you're stuck after 8. But that's how a lot of the thought process of how you're going to. That's why it's so big about the Head Start programs and all that kind of stuff, and doing kids when they're young, because like 80% by 8, that's like crazy. Like you just learn how you're going to formulate things at that such young an age. So they say.
Now you know where that comes from, the Head Start.
So when I was teaching at the Anglican Episcopal School, I had a student who was 10 years old, and I was playing like the organ for the church on the Sundays and stuff. I did the full thing, but her birthday was Halloween. She was born on Halloween, and her mother was convinced that because she was born on Halloween that she was evil. And she treated her daughter horribly, and I loved this.
Oh, that's terrible,
sweetie. But the mother was just atrocious. And I was just like, are you kidding right now? Like, what is religion teaching people that you're going to mistreat your daughter because she happened to be born on October 31st? Like, it was awful.
right? Cheers, Dave.
What's up, Dave?
Well, most people don't say their religion enough because all your holidays pretty much come from other pagan holidays anyway.
Yeah,
So
of
it's
course.
but a lot of people don't
All
study it
Hallows
enough to
from
understand
the
it.
Celts. The Celts.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't start it. Actually, it was the Babylonians. But still, it's just, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
she was mistreated.
Just
by-
live and just live and love everybody. Just
Mind your own fucking business.
that's always good. That's always good there. I mean, yeah.
Start there.
So I spent the entire 3 years I was there trying to convince her that she is not at fault for being born on Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays.
I mean, yeah, but it really is. That's when the parents planned it. They should have aimed for a better date. They should have got together a little bit quicker
Yeah, the parents
or later. Yeah, parents are the ones.
Yeah,
What's
Mom-
up, Aubrey?
Mom-
Cheers, Aubrey. Look, at 8:00, getting a late start, brother.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mom should have crossed her legs.
Actually, we started at 8:00, so I can't really say that. Mom's crossed the legs. What is up, RS?
I was not born on Halloween. I was born on March 8th on International Women's Day. Thank you, Father.
Are you sure, though? Are you sure?
I'm
feel
100%
you might know
sure.
better.
You been lying to me? You're not a Pisces like me? You been lying?
I am 100% sure that I was born on International Women's Day because Dad told me that he drove through every stoplight in Rockford to get me to the hospital, to Swedish American Hospital, because I wanted the fuck out. I was out in like an hour. I was not even messing around
All
with
right.
that shit. I wanted out.
Let's see what RS has to say about this. Let's see what he has to say.
I think he was speeding through to drop you off so you can grab a beer.
I wasn't born on Halloween, but I come alive on Halloween. Is that the same thing or is that different?
Oh. Where's the track? This is the new studio for the new channel there, Dave.
Tractor. They actually
They took it
finally
away.
got the
Yeah,
tractor
they took
out.
it.
Yeah,
They finally got the tractor out of our backyard.
finally.
I know.
And there was a big patch of no grass that was there last time I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a little bit.
this alley gas,
I love that Dave's asking about the tractor and not the curtains, but
the
okay.
white.
They got
Always
lot
a-
of hot tubs.
always an easy drinking beer with the Allagash White.
I love Allagash White. It's lovely.
Yeah. What did you get? Did we talk about your beer, Mal? Did you get? You got another one? Did we talk about that
Yeah,
one?
I had the Maplewood.
That's right,
IPA,
Maplewood.
or double IPA.
Mm.
But I'm taking it easy because I might have started before the show tonight. So
Well, you're just getting back to actually drinking beer now.
Oh no, I definitely.
As far as strong, as I say beer, as far as stronger beer than what we were used to you drinking, not like just.
oh no, I've
The
been
light
drinking
stuff.
3 or 4 percenters just because of the medication while I was trying to sort out all the issues that I'm going through. So this is one of the first times I'm like hitting 7 and 8 percenters. So
Yeah.
Oh shit.
just because you never know how the medication's going to react. Honestly, all the medications I'm on say don't have alcohol at all. And
Yeah.
I told
That's
them to
just
fuck
a
themselves,
You never know.
obviously.
Thank you, Nurse Shannon. I'm going with Nurse Shannon's answer there. Yeah.
It's just a suggestion.
Well, that's like one of my guys I worked with before. I don't know if I told you guys one time he got his wisdom teeth pulled out, and the doctors gave him Vicodin.
Oh,
And I'm like, oh yeah, you get the Vicodin when you get the teeth out or whatever. That's good stuff. Just pop a beer, you'll be good to go. Because that's what I did. I popped a beer when I got home, and I was like sleeping for like next 12 hours when that everything.
4 days.
He came in like after the weekend. He was like, "You trying to fucking kill me? Like what?" Like he was like, I was all over the place. I'm like, I didn't know you couldn't handle it. My fault, dog. I thought you were a big dog like us. My bad.
Like, lately, what you talking about?
no, my problem with Vicodin, I lose control of my emotions.
Mm.
So I'll be
Don't watch beaches. Don't watch beaches if you're.
No, I'll be talking to someone.
Don't watch beaches.
I'll be talking to someone. I will go straight into panic, and I'll be panicking, and I'll shout at them, and then I'll cry because I shouted at them, and then I'll start laughing because it's silly that I'm crying, and like I have no control of any of my emotions if I'm on Vicodin. So the last time I had it, I was 20 years old. Because I won't touch the shit. Like I won't touch it now because I know that I turn into such a basket case. I should be committed if I'm on Vicodin. It's
Can you do Percocet?
Huh?
Can you do? Can you do Percocet?
I don't know if I've ever had Percocet.
Because some people can do Percocet, but if they can't do Vicodin, you would know if you've had it. But it's another pain. It's like painkiller. But some people that can't do Vicodin will do Percocet.
No, I don't think I've done Percocet. I've done Valium, which just makes me sleepy.
Yeah. What about Tylenol 3? What about Tylenol 3?
That one I'm fine. Like I'm just exhausted from whatever else is going on that's causing me to take the Tylenol 3. But
Yeah.
That's what they gave me when I had my C-section, I think. And that was the perfect pain medicine because it didn't make me feel out of sorts. It took away the pain. I had no side, it didn't make me feel any.
All 3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also Xanax when my mom was sick. I took and it was like a very, very low dose of Xanax. But I'm like, I didn't even realize I took it until I realized I wasn't upset anymore.
That's when you gave your dad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So sad, funny story. The day we had to take my mom off the vent that she passed away, I had my prescription for Xanax, and it was my aunts, my grandma, my dad, my brother. Everybody was in the waiting room. My grandma. That's not the story.
Here.
My grandma.
It is funny.
I could never have offered my grandma a Xanax. And nobody else really even knew what a Xanax was. But my grandma, I couldn't tell her this is for your nerves because she would have been like, you're on drugs or whatever.
She's like, what's this? What are you doing?
Yeah. So anyway, everybody was obviously upset in the waiting room. And so I'm like, hey, I have a Xanax. They're very low dose. And I'm like, it'll help you. And so pretty much I was giving everybody in the waiting room a Xanax. My grandma goes, does everybody have a headache?
You are such a pill pusher. It's terrible.
Right. Yes, gimme.
Shannon with Shannon's got the Wire Hospital spinoff.
No.
Like I was like, everybody is so like devastated, and I have something that can help them feel a little less devastated.
I got something that'll make you feel a little bit better. Hey, that's how it always works out.
So, you know how COVID started in 2020, like the lockdown, all the things, right?
Yeah.
In 2021, very end of 2021, our neighbor was an online apothecary, was how he touted himself. Just so you know. But Chu and I both got COVID at the same time, obviously, because we live together. So we both have COVID, and he was texting us because we, like he used to come down for dinner and we would do, play Uno or whatever, like he was nice and all. But he texted me one day while we had COVID, like 4 days in, and he said, "Hey, I left a packet under one of the stones outside your front door. It'll help you with the side effects of what you're going through." And I said, "Well, what is it?" And he said, "Well, it's called Special K or a ketamine." And he said, this is going to help you. It's going to make you feel a lot better. And I knew what ketamine was, and I responded to him. I said, "Super sweet of you. I appreciate that you're offering us this thing. However, Chu and I kind of want our immune system to build up against COVID, and we don't want to, dilute that." And yeah, we want our
good word, dilute. Good word.
So it's super sweet of you, but if you could come pick that up and not leave it by our door, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So he came and picked it up. He was like, "Okay, I totally get it. Like you want your immune system to fight it." I was like, "Super sweet of you, though. Thanks. Have a good one."
Are you shitting me? Is that like a horse tranquilizer?
Well, yeah, it is a horse tranquilizer, yes. And he invited us to his birthday party. We showed up at his birthday party, and there were like 20 people up in his apartment, and it was apparently a nitrous oxide party, and we did not know that.
I could get behind that.
So we showed up with like a 6-pack of beer or whatever, but we showed up and everybody was just zoned out on fucking nitrous.
Love the happy gas.
Just zooming. Like everybody was super like calm and giggly and silly, and it was just like, "Okay, well, it was super fun seeing you. We'll see you later."
Yeah, you should have included that on the invite.
Well, he offered to clear the snow from our walk, like because we have the sidewalks and stuff. He offered to clear the snow. He buried
all his ketamine in your
but
yard.
He was going to use his flamethrower. And I told him, I'm not comfortable with your flamethrower being that close to the house because we have cats. And if you catch the house on fire when we're not home, our cats could die. So could you not use a flamethrower?
See, if he uses a flamethrower, then he'll barbecue a cat. And they'll think you're coming in from Springfield, Ohio.
Well, the funny thing is, he was such a nice guy. Like, he was super, super nice. Super nice. I never had an issue with him. It's just he wanted to help. And
he was trying to help. He was trying to help.
Ways of helping were not quite the ways of helping
with
that
drugs.
we want.
Yeah, help with
drugs.
But
I mean, he was a super nice guy. I mean, the 12 felonies did not hold up in court. I mean, it was close.
I feel like your neighbor's like a Kramer clone or something off of Seinfeld. Like
a little bit. But not as crazy. Like he was just chill.
Chill.
Well, he was on horse tranquilizers, for God's sake. So he was very chill. Honestly, we had to explain to him how Uno worked because he had a little trouble with that game.
Yeah.
Uno is obviously very difficult. Numbers or colors matching is tough when you're.
And then you hit him with the reverse card, didn't you? And he was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah. Get a little trouble.
Have you both seen that TikTok? There's a TikTok.
Super nice guy, and he loved my cooking. Just saying, because my cooking was amazing.
Well, he was on horse tranquilizer, but you know.
No.
Go ahead, Shannon.
No, but there's this TikTok, and it's this group of guys, and they're sitting around in the living room, and one of their friends is like, he fell asleep on the couch. Probably like 8 guys. So they decided they were gonna play a joke on their friend that was asleep, and they dealt out like they put Uno cards on the coffee table, and they all had an Uno card, like their hand of Uno cards, and then they snuck a hand of Uno cards in the guy's hand that was asleep. They put the cards, and they were like, "Hey, it's your turn, and he's
been asleep for
and
like
and he wakes up, and he's got a hand of Uno cards in his hand. And then all of his friends were like, "Hey, it's your turn." And it's like,
your turn to play. It's like, oh,
and then he's like, and then they all, he's like, "What?" And then they all bust out. It was so freaking hilarious.
That's harder than the things at college that happened. That was like we had antiquing.
Yeah.
Have you done
What's going
antiquing?
on with the damn beer?
Antiquing?
Yeah, antiquing.
Like antiquing, like going to an antique shop?
No, where someone's passed out on the couch and everyone's still sitting around and awake, and you take I witnessed this. I did not do it myself because I thought it was mean, but they took a handful of flour and toss it at the person and take a picture, like antiquing, so they look like they're an old-timey photograph. Or
Okay.
So antiquing was a common thing at my college for sure.
Well, it depended where you felt. I mean, from a guy perspective, you had to be careful where you fell asleep in college. If you fell asleep with other guys, which usually it never really happened as much with the black guys as much like the white guys, where they would get like the penis stuff drawn on. Like nobody ever did that with the black guys, like because that would have been. But the white guys will draw penis on heads and stuff like that. And everything.
They especially did the antiquing on the black guys.
You just never saw it happen with the black guy. With the white guys, they wake up and they have a penis on their forehead or something like that and everything. But
in college, they chose specifically to do the antiquing to the black guys because in the photos they look like pale white, and it was yeah. So the antiquing was really funny for them for doing.
But they didn't draw the penis on them.
No. They weren't doing that to the white guys either. They weren't doing that to the white guys either. They did antiquing and then they did showering.
Yeah.
They did antiquing and showering. So
antique. I think I dated her in high school.
Nice. But they did the showering too, where they would drag them into the communal showers and just turn the water on, like closed, just leave them in the shower with the water going. So they did that too.
So in college, one of the funniest things we did when I was a freshman, one of our guys on our floor, because we've been partying and stuff, he was like totally out, right? We ended up taking him and his mattress down to the girls' floor because one of our other friends on there had her roommate totally crashed out. So we carried him down there and we put them side by side each other with the mattresses. And so they woke up and they were like, she's like, "Get out of my room." He's like, "Get out of my room." And so he ends up coming off the elevator. He's dragging his mattress. "You guys fucking suck."
Guys can do that.
First I was gonna say something like, he's like, "Pay the raid."
Yeah.
That one where they got on the roof with
the
little Asian guy that jumps out of the truck.
Yes.
And not bachelor party, but the Wolf Pack.
Hangover.
Yes.
Yeah. He was on the roof or whatever. They were but that was a funny thing that we did there. It was just like we used to have this thing that we would do, and this wasn't like drinking or anything. It was just kind of a floor prank. So you would catch like one of the guys like laying in their bed or whatever like that and everything. And if one guy would run over and jump on top of him and hold him down, and we yell "pile on," and our whole floor would come running in, and everybody would keep stacking on top to like the ceiling. Which is one of those little pranks that you would actually pull on people. And then we did the penny.
Like that's called bullying.
That's not bullying, because you only did the people you like. You did the ones you didn't like. You didn't do anything.
you don't want to be bullied, you don't fall asleep at a party.
Yeah.
Like a frat house or whatever. You don't do that if you don't want bullying.
What did you guys do? The pennying in the room?
No, right.
We used to do that. So we you go and you put pennies in the door, in the hinge, and the person on the other side couldn't open the door because the pennies would keep them from getting out of their room. So that was another prank that we used to pull on people. And it'd be we do it during finals because that. Somebody's trying to get a room to go to finals and they can't get out.
No, right. I was gonna say
That's how you would prank. That's how you would do it. So you make sure you got up an hour before your final because you did not want to get stuck in your room.
it makes sense. No, I was gonna say Ryan Katie is older than this. Back in the day, smear the can't say whatever it is. But
we never had anything like that took place. No.
Oh my God, Todd.
That's what it's called.
We never did anything like that. Yeah, no, we didn't.
80s.
That's still fucked up.
I mean, I was saying it's not, but I'm saying it's what it was called.
I can't believe you said that.
We shaved the guy's mustache until Hitler won. He didn't realize what you called it at work. That's pretty funny.
Oh God. Jesus Christ.
You could have just said it was a Charlie Chaplin.
No, I've seen people that shave people's eyebrows off when they were sleeping too.
Shake your eyebrows.
I had a friend at college who was in a fraternity, but he was just a friend of mine. I was actually dating one of his fraternity brothers, so there was nothing going on. But he ended up staying at my room. He slept on the floor.
He said he's just a
He was
friend.
so drunk.
Yeah.
And then apparently after that, his fraternity, they do monthly get-togethers where they give out awards or they do weird stuff because they're fraternities, whatever.
Yeah.
But they gave him an award for because my last name is Payne. They gave him an award for a slumber party in the House of Pain while I was dating one of his brothers, which was weird. So, yeah, that was an award that they gave out to this guy. And I was like, dude, nothing happened. Are you kidding? He just crashed because he was so fucking drunk. But yeah, it didn't matter. It didn't matter. He had a slumber party in the House of Pain.
I mean, you don't have to have sex for a slumber party. I mean, that still could have been a slumber party. Yeah.
But it was implied.
I mean, technically, it could still be the slumber. So,
It was implied nonetheless.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that guy had a girlfriend who would not look at me for the next 6 months. I'm like, dude, nothing happened. He was just drunk as a skunk, and it was better for him to crash on my floor than to try to walk back to his place.
And you're the House of Pain.
It's the key word is the inn. That's the one that was the
In the House of Pain.
It would have been slumber at the House of Pain. It would have been okay.
In college, the 3 people I dated during college were all from the same fraternity. So they all knew me really well because I was around the house. So they just made up this thing.
Yeah. So college life was college life. It was fun.
It was
That's
college
awful.
life.
No, it's all fun.
I'm super happy I experienced it. Now I was doing a double major, almost a triple major, but I had 24 semester hours every semester that I was in college.
That's crazy. That's a lot of yes.
I was gonna say you're hard.
How the hell were you dating these? How the hell were you dating? Oh, those hours.
That's a great question, because honestly, being a music major, I spent most of my time in the practice rooms practicing all the instruments because I played 40 instruments. You know,
and band camp. Don't forget about band camp.
No,
we know what happens at band camp.
But, because I was so busy with that, honestly, relationships were kind of hard in college.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know.
Doing music, band, we used to play football. I used to play football on the weekends with some of the band members. They were always in stuff.
Well, I mentioned that I had 24 semester hours documented, but I technically had like 28 semester hours because I audited things too. Like I audited French because I was still trying to learn French. I audited a couple other things. I was still doing like the work and stuff for those other things. So like I was super busy.
Yeah.
I had one elective. In 4 years, I had one elective, and it was literary representations of hell. Because
that was your elective? That's the elective you took.
The only elective I ever took in college was literary representations of hell. And I got to learn about the Egyptian Book of the Dead. I got to learn about Hades and all that Greek mythology, but it was like
my senior year. Here's some of my electives my senior year. Bowling. Because at this point, bowling was one of my electives senior year.
You could do bowling as an elective?
Basketball. Badminton, golf.
What? You do sports as electives? That's like
badminton. Badminton's got they got fierce competition doing badminton.
Oh, and I did all the theater stuff too. So
when you were a senior, you went all the like the easy shit to go because you were finishing out yourself.
No, for sure.
Yeah. So those were like some of the I have volleyball, like some of the different sports you could have. And you,
Man, like,
so I did.
Underwater basketball EV.
They didn't have that anymore.
I did audit an elective audited, but with a personal trainer for someone to like train me on all the machines in the weight room and all the stuff like to be healthier. But and then theater, all the theater stuff, like I was in plays and everything. I had to audit all of that because I couldn't pay to get the grades for it, but I was doing all the theater stuff too. So I was in all the plays and all the musicals and all the things. So
yeah.
But yeah, I overworked myself stupid in college. Like it was like I said.
Well, if you're carrying that many hours, you definitely did a lot of time.
With the auditing, I was sitting at 28 semester hours per semester. For 4 years, and then I graduated with a double major. So in 4 years.
Yeah.
So I killed myself in college, but I learned a lot of stuff, and I had a lot of fun, and I don't regret it. It's awesome. I'm super glad that I can play 40 instruments, and I'm super glad that I can act, and I'm super glad that I can do a lot of the things that I wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. So
40 instruments? Is there really that many?
Well, okay, so I can play all of the woodwinds. So you're talking like flute, clarinet, bassoon, oboe. I mean, there's a whole bunch of woodwind instruments. And then I can play all the brass instruments. So trumpet, tuba, sousaphone, French horn.
I think the major question we're asking, can you play cowbell?
Of course I can.
Because we need more cowbell. There you go.
More cowbell, yes.
Then I can play all the stringed instruments. So I have a guitar, I have piano, and then I have like violin, viola, cello, stand-up bass, actual bass. Like I have all those instruments.
Raw bass. Yeah.
My problem comes to the percussion. So
yeah.
For the percussion instruments, if you learn how to play a snare drum, you can play the full
the full gambit of the drums. Like the snare's the toughest one. Okay.
The drum kit is separate from snare. It's separate from cymbals. So I can do the cymbals too. I can do the finger cymbals. I can do 4 different mallets on like xylophone and like euphonium and stuff. Like I do 4 mallets in my hands, so it's not just 2 mallets. I can do 4. But I learned how to do all those things, and so
I think Shannon's calling dinner or something over there. But go ahead.
If I counted all of the percussion instruments I can do, it would probably be closer to 100 instruments that I can play. But
wow,
I try not to like count, because if you can play a cowbell, you can play the cymbals. Like it's,
if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
all of those. I just call it 40 because it's easier.
Yeah. That's a good amount of interest. That's a good amount of instruments, though. So I mean,
But and then of course I was a singer first.
No,
I was an
no.
opera
Yeah.
No,
singer.
funky
So-
call Medina.
yeah. Did you play the piano when you were in Niagara Falls? Can you play the piano? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story.
I didn't play it in Niagara, but so I was self-taught until I got to college, and then my piano instructor in college
Cole Medina.
was teaching me my scales, and he didn't like how my fingering was because I taught myself how to play the piano, and that's cute that you're all laughing, and I'm fine with that.
You realize how you said that, right? You just realized how you said that,
No,
but
I'm
yeah.
okay with it.
Okay.
I understand.
That was funny. Yeah.
I played my scales wrong, and he didn't like that. So he used to sit next to me with a machete, and he would hold this machete and he would tap it on his hand, trying to get me to play my scales right to freak me out. And it worked. And now I play my scales beautifully, and I
go.
proper fingering on my scales. That is a thing that I do.
The fingering needs to be proper. That is
Yeah.
for
Well,
sure.
I'm sure if Paul is still watching, we'll have a hashtag at some point here. But go ahead.
You know, my fingering is lovely. My fingering is beautiful. No.
I'm
But,
sure it is. I'm
because
sure it
he
is.
threatened me with a machete to get me to play my scales correctly.
Hell.
So
Everybody wants your fingering skills.
I know.
I was really worried where that
It
was
goes
going.
without saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
You kind of knew where it was going.
I was thinking
Oh, yeah,
like
100%.
fingering, on the flute or whatever. Like,
No. No, I love that. I love that talent about you.
I was having a conversation with someone earlier. We were talking about flautist, someone who plays the flute, flautist. And I've only heard it called that, but other people who are professional flute players call themselves professional flute players. They don't call it a flautist, so that's not the term. And I was talking to this person. I said, "Oh, well, a person who plays the bassoon is actually called a faggotist." That is
I didn't see that one. Okay.
That is the proper term for a person who plays the bassoon, because the bassoon resembles a bundle of sticks, and a bundle of sticks is also known as a faggot. It's been known that forever until that term
Like
got
a
turned into
cigarette
something
in
else.
the UK.
But a person who plays the bassoon is called a faggotist, and it's so weird because you can't use that term anymore, obviously.
right?
So, yeah.
AI's going to struggle with that. I know when this video's over. AI's going to be pulling it up like, wait a second.
X out now. Like,
You're gonna get a whole
yeah.
new stream of
So really, the ending of the story here: I'm a flautist, I'm a faggotist, I'm a hornist, and I have great fingering. Just so y'all know.
And this is why, and this is why you should all go to band camp.
like that would be amazing PR for an OnlyFans.
Oh my gosh! So we got Emerson. Just know Emerson is still watching, so I do have a comment from him here as well. So
I've been
Like, hey, I'm
classically
signing
trained in
up, I'm
opera, so
signing
my volume is excellent. Just saying.
Hands off.
I love you, bastard. I love you. Why is no one saying what a lucky guy Chew is right now after 5 years of marriage? No one.
right.
No one's
we
mentioning
just
that.
we just found out. We just found out. Mal's definitely hands on, so you're good to go.
I know what my skills are.
Oh, I need another beer. I might need another whiskey at this point.
We only got 20 minutes left.
Pretty much. That's how the fun flies through on the Thursday night happy hour.
You better hop on that beer. You're
Happy hours. Happy hours.
Hey, Rod, real quick before I put my cowbell away, do you know what song inspired me to buy this cowbell?
Blue Oyster Cult.
Nope.
Don't.
Shit. I know what you're. I'm trying to think of.
I don't think you're gonna get it.
I don't think so either.
What was it?
Funky Cole Medina.
Oh, that's the reason? Do you got it for Funky Cole Medina?
Listen to Funky Cole Medina, and you will.
Oh, I know. I know. I played it a lot when I was a DJ. So
I know you were, but me and my brother were out day drinking. Oh, she's got one too.
Yeah, but you bought that after that.
No,
for that reason.
yes, me and my brother were out day drinking.
But mine actually says ring for beer.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Now,
this
me and
is-
my brother
this is
were
how
out
I
day
get beer.
drinking,
We're not that fancy, Mel.
and Funky Cole Medina came on, and I recognized the cowbell, and I was like, I think I want to buy a cowbell.
That's not why you bought it.
Yes, it is. You weren't there. Me and Donnie were.
Okay.
Yeah.
You bought it way before then, I'm pretty sure.
It was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, you've had it for years.
Like 2 years.
Okay.
You want me to get on Amazon and look? I don't even know if it's 2 years. Let's see, because I've got it on
It's been
Amazon.
longer than that.
All right, I ran out of beer this time, so it's my turn to run.
go run and get another beer.
Cowbell.
What about cowbell?
Todd said he had cowbell for years. 2022. September 16th, 2022 is when I bought it.
Couple years.
Almost 2 years ago.
Yeah. I said 2 years. Yeah, me and my brother were day drinking, and
I don't think that's why though. I think you saw it because of Siren Night
Funky
Live.
Cole Medina. Bam, bam, bam.
Of course, it'd be you and your brother for sure. I'm
yeah.
sure.
No, I do know the cowbell from Saturday Night Live.
I know.
And when I think of cowbell, I think of more cowbell from Saturday Night Live. But the reason I bought it was because we were listening to the radio.
I do want to take it out. I want to take it out.
Take it out.
No,
It's yours.
no.
But just buy another one. Take one out and then buy another one and
World
keep it in the
class.
house.
It's world class. You can't take it out.
He's taking it
I
out.
was going to.
I
anyway.
fucking love it.
No, I didn't take it out, but
Take it out, Rod. Just buy
You
another
would
one.
too.
you could buy them in sets of two.
That's what she said. Just take it out, Rod. Just take it out.
Yes, just do it. If you feel
I
like
could probably.
doing it,
I mean, I could put it back in.
yeah, that's what she said.
Take it out and put it back in. So you
Take it out. Put it back in.
Take it out. I mean, if you have what to do, then that would make sense. Take it out. Put it back in. Take it
He
out.
took it out. He took it out.
But I'm gonna put it back in.
Oh my god. No, he looks like Tay Diggs. He looks like Tay Diggs.
Tay Diggs.
With those black rim glasses.
I was like, Roger.
Tay Diggs?
Yes, Tay Diggs.
No.
Yes. He's got a picture somewhere with them black glasses on like that.
The two beers in the hand.
I love it.
I like it.
I love
Yeah.
it.
Oh, he's so cute. So cute.
He is so cute.
Because I got the decals to put on the jersey, so I had to take it out to put on there anyway.
What's your jersey number?
I just put one.
Oh, shocker. Number 1.
1 of 1.
1 of 1, yeah.
Yeah. Like it says on the box, you are 1 of 1.
It's like the original.
The OG, you got it. That's right.
It's right. Of course.
You got it coming along.
Rajay's the OG
Yeah, and the goats. And the legend.
of everything.
All right, back in the box with you.
God, I
That's
know.
what she
So I
said.
have Old Irving Brewing Company Till Death Pilsner.
Oh,
And
very
it's
nice.
4.9%. So I'm taking it back a little bit.
4.9.
Yep.
49. Not 6.9, 4.9.
You're such a shit show.
69.
Like we're having 3 different conversations. at
That
the
is
same
not a
time.
musical term, Todd.
What?
That's not a musical term, just so you know.
Oh.
I love
Sorry.
you.
369. To the window. No.
5, 4, no.
To the wall.
Yeah.
8, 7, 6, 4, 309.
I told you that time I played water polo.
309.
Apparently, not only did I play water polo and not remember, but I also I was also told I had to pull singing 369 Lil Jon to the windows, to the walls. He's like, get everybody singing it here in the pool. Like you were leading them like
Down your balls.
Yeah. Oh, I was.
Oh my God, you were Betty White.
I wish I could have remembered. I wish I could have.
Yes.
I just wish I could have remembered it. I just don't remember it. But apparently,
She wants to sleep with Betty White.
kind of like, ooh. Well, now it's a little bit different. He's get that now it's a little bit different. I mean, there are people that try to sleep with dead people, but I'm just saying it's a little bit different.
Yeah, but if you were being Betty White and he wants to sleep with Betty White, I mean, you got to watch out the next time you see him.
No, we're not going to a P Diddy party together, so I'll be safe.
I've seen you karaoke. You ain't safe nowhere, Buster.
Come on, Shoes. Come on, Shoes.
Oh gosh, I think I might be able to sleep in that kind of night. I've not done it once this time.
It's going to be a cool night, warm night.
It'll be
Good
cool.
weather. Yeah.
And you'll be drunk enough, so.
Yeah.
Everything fine. To the window. I got a song stuck in my head. That's like earworm.
Window.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
Oh.
So at lunchtime, I'll go downstairs to the gym and I do the treadmill during lunch to kind of get the walking and stuff in. And I listen to Pandora and I'll put it on different stations. And then like anytime Lil Jon fucking comes on, it's like I want to start running on it. Like it just starts like you get so hyped.
God.
It's like, why are you trying to get me hyped up right now, Lil Jon? I want a lunch break.
No, Rod, you need to listen to Chapel Rowan. Some of her music will make you want to just like you're gonna go. You're gonna go.
Who's Chapel Rowan?
She sings what song would you know? Pink Pony Club and
Pink Pony Club. I don't know that one.
He probably doesn't know any of those, so.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
How do you know?
Have you heard of those, Rod?
I haven't heard of those, but I usually use either satellite or Pandora or something. I don't even listen to radio station or TikTok. I may have heard it like in a TikTok and might not realize it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like I never thought I really heard anything from what you call him, Kelsey's girlfriend, Taylor Swift. But then it's like, see, but then something may come on. Oh, that's Taylor Swift. Okay, I didn't realize it. So
don't get me started on her. I could talk about her for hours.
Is it terrible that my workout music consists of anything like Deo and happy and like what?
No.
Not
If
happy.
it works for you, it's not terrible.
It's whatever gets you going.
What's the he did all the voices himself in the song. Don't worry, be happy.
Oh, Bobby McFerrin.
Yeah,
worry.
like
That's probably for your love for being in the Caribbean.
Banana Boat song and Don't Worry, Be Happy. That's like my workout mix because it's chill. I need chill for my workout mix.
So I need the energy to come in to get it going. So it's like Lil Jon will drop and I'll be like, fuck. Now I'm in the mood. Now I'm in the mood to get after it, you know? It's
I
like
have a question. Do you all have like
or Pitbull. Pitbull's another one.
Do you have like songs on your phone that you set as an alarm?
Actually, my alarm is a song. It's the beginning of a song. Todd will actually know what it is. It's Method Man and Redman, Rock Wilder. So the beginning of that song is my alarm. So
There you go.
Because one of my songs is Happy by Pharrell.
Oh, okay.
You gotta be careful, copyright.
So I don't set songs as my alarms, but I have set songs as ringtones for certain people. And when my mother calls me, it's do 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 do.
I don't even know what that was, but okay.
No, it's the Wicked Witch theme from the.
Okay, yeah.
Over the Rainbow.
Gotta be careful of that, because if you're with her and then you're like, I can't find my phone, will you call it? And then it plays the Wicked Witch song. She'd be like, why is that my ringtone?
She's going to know exactly why that's her ringtone. I don't have to explain it. She's going to know. Because my dad had that as her ringtone for a long time, too.
I never thought about setting ringtones for people. That's actually kind of funny. Because I'm like, oh, I could put it for different people. I wonder what song I would use for this person or for that person or whatever.
My friend Heather she does that.
I guarantee she does.
We loved Sex and the City. I don't know if that's still my ringtone, but it was the theme song to Sex and the City. It used to be my ringtone.
Really?
Yeah, that she set for me. Yeah.
So,
That ringtone was.
I don't know.
my father left me alone with his phone at one point when I was still in college, which
Oh,
was never
no.
a good idea. So, he was headed to the American Legion to watch the Steelers game because the Steelers were playing the Bears and it was a big game and it was important and all this stuff, right? And he's a Steelers fan, and all the rest of the people there were going to be Bears fans.
The Bears. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, Bears.
he left to go watch the game, and I had the game on at home because I'm also a Steelers fan, so I was kind of watching the game. I waited to a super important moment in the game, and I decided to call my father. And I had changed his ringtone for me. And at the time, you could either choose a song or you could record something as a ringtone. And I chose to record something as a ringtone. So during this really important point of the game where everyone was going to be silent paying attention, I called him, and his ringtone in his back pocket went, "Dad! Dad! Pick up your phone!" It was just that nonstop.
Ma, the meatloaf. It's like,
So apparently what happened is he was trying to get his phone out of his pocket and he couldn't get it out of his pocket, and everyone at the bar is staring at him because his phone is so loud because I had the volume turned all the way up. So he gets the phone out of his pocket. He's like, "Hello." He was so pissed. I was like, "Hey, how's the game going?" I embarrassed him so bad, and like everybody at the bar bought him drinks that night because they felt bad for him because I played a prank on him.
Well, shit, it worked out good on his end if he's getting free drinks afterwards.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
he got
kidding.
free
How
drinks
is
out
it?
of
Next weekend we do it again, right?
Oh yeah, he got some free drinks out of it, but he was still pissed. And then the next week,
That's what I was just
Yeah.
thinking.
That's pretty funny.
The next week when he was going back to the Legion, I changed his phone into Portuguese.
Oh.
He couldn't change it back from the Portuguese. Because I'm evil, and it was funny because I was like 20 and I thought it was hilarious.
It definitely was hilarious.
Well, I debated putting it into like Korean or Japanese or Chinese, but that was too far. So I chose Portuguese because it was a little closer to, what he might be able to figure out. Yeah, he couldn't figure it out. Still had to think of it myself.
Could put it in Russian.
Thought about it. But anything with a separate alphabet I knew would be too far. I needed something with the same alphabet, and maybe he would recognize a word and he'd be okay. No, he doesn't know Portuguese.
That's funny.
Really, really fun to change his ringtone and embarrass him in front of his American Legion buddies. Because I'm a monster, apparently.
I like that Buck Beer sign.
The what?
It says Todd moved that Buck Beer next to you. Yeah. That's pretty cool looking.
I like that with the goat and the flag.
Buck Beer. Yeah. That's pretty cool. You picked that one out?
I picked them all out.
It's
I like it.
I'm spending all my money investing in this channel.
I like it.
And Todd's like, "Oh."
You're the driving force behind it.
And I didn't even want to do it.
She totally is. She totally is.
I'm happy you guys got the channel rolling.
Well, Chu and I spent a little more on the channel than we anticipated, but honestly, it was worth it.
Yeah.
Every cent we spent on our channel was totally worth it.
Well,
I think everybody.
I'm a budget shopper. All these signs are from Temu, and they were like $3 a piece.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I was doing the Lager Guys show Tuesday, as I mentioned earlier, and like they were asking like the sign over here, the Elder sign, the Big E, because they know Elder Brew. And I said, "Well, that's a pretty cool sign." Like, and that's it's funny you mentioned. Like, and I was telling them like, I actually just got that sign from one of the store. Like, what do you mean? Like, I was in there, I was buying beer. I ended up meeting the beer buyer or whatever. Started talking to him. What we were doing, became kind of friends around and everything like that and everything. And I was like, the sign was just laying there on the shelf. And I'm like, "Are you selling this? Because I'll buy it." And he's like, "Oh, we just gonna put it up anywhere." And he's like, "You know what? Take it with you." He just gave it to me. He gave it to me. And they were like, "What?" Like he just gave me it's like a nice tin.
It was a round day special.
Yeah, I said one of the other stores I used to be at, they gave me like one of the Emmett Fitzgerald like little velvet type print or whatever like that and everything. So you go to these beer stores, you see stuff laying around, just ask them, tell them you're doing a YouTube stuff. A lot of times they'll give you stuff if they're not going to be doing anything with it.
Rod J special.
The other day,
Yeah.
at our local kind of brewery,
Donham Day.
yeah, he was like, "I'll give some beers if y'all and do like a review on them." Like, for sure. Like, yes, let me know. He's like, yes. He's like, I'll let them go whenever you want them. I'm like, okay.
Did you get them? Oh, you came back and got them already, or
No,
you
I
didn't get them
haven't.
yet?
No, I haven't
Okay.
yet. I will.
Yeah.
See, I feel like when we do that, like we know them and I don't feel like our reviews would be like, because I'm not going to lie.
Are they the store or are they a brewery?
They're a brewery.
They're brewery.
Well, all you do, I mean, I was like, when I get offers stuff like that, I just tell them, I have no problem doing a review, but it's going to be an honest opinion on it. And they're usually like, that's what we like to see.
But I
Just-
can't live with my, yeah.
I think he knows that too. So
Well, I know.
he knows that.
It's a me problem, not a them problem.
No, I know. But
Well, if you're giving an honest take on it, there's nothing to worry about.
Rod, Shannon sits in the same camp as me. Don't review a thing unless you like it.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
like it, tell people.
If you like everything on your channel, people are going to have questions about your channel, I believe.
Or
Exactly
you're being
right.
selective
Yeah.
on what you review. You're being
I've had people like kind of comment about other reviewers they watch where they like everything. It's just, yeah.
You know, I'm
But I
very
don't-
selective. I won't do a video on a brewery that I don't like.
No,
There
I
are
get
breweries
that,
close
but
to me
I
that I
have to
want to
look
do a
them in the
video on
eye.
so bad, but their beer is not good enough, and I will not do a video on there. And the owners asked me to do a video, and I said I can't because your beer is not the quality that I require.
I
from
mean, as long
So
as you give a fair constructive criticism, I think people will like it. That's my take.
Exactly.
That's
right.
what I
feel
do.
Like, I feel like they want to know. They want to
Yeah.
know, like, good or bad.
And
or
I
like,
can
whatever.
do that. I can
I
do
think
Yeah.
there's nothing-
As
there's
long as you do it, you just tell them, what you didn't get out of it or whatever like that.
there
That's
is
fine.
enough negativity in the world that
I
I
know.
don't need to add to it. I choose not to
I can
add
do
to the
that with
negativity in
people
the
I don't
world.
have to go look
Yeah,
at.
whatever.
I will share the positives. I choose not to share the negatives, and that's just how our channel is. And Chu and I both agree on this. Like, we're hardcore for this. Like, now when we're doing like 2 flights at a brewery, we'll be straight up, okay, this is not my style, but I understand because it has this, this, and this. If you like those things, you're going to enjoy this.
Yeah, I did that with that
And
IPA.
Yeah.
that's where our comfy spot is. Like, that's the level we'll get
just
to. But I
saying.
will not say, hey,
No,
this
say-
brewery sucks on my channel.
No, you're not saying it sucks, but you could do the same thing about that beer,
I like.
where it doesn't fit you,
I want to promote those people.
Now,
but it may be something that.
the only breakaway is the
Yeah.
60-second sips that we did because I hadn't tried the beer first, and I would
Mhm.
do a 60-second sip. But there were some 60-second sips where I tried a beer and I hated it so much that I told Chu we can't post this. I said, this
See,
is the worst beer I've had.
for me,
I can't touch it.
yeah.
Okay, I won't do it.
I
I couldn't even get through a straight face on how much I.
I mean, I think that's the call that every individual person has to make. But for me, I'm like, I think you make the call on how it actually is, and I think the viewers appreciate that. And I've seen other channels where they get beers on there, and I've seen them where they were not great beers, and people watch their stuff and they expect that. It's kind of like, I think it draws a greater strength when you're being out there, whether it's good or bad. I think because there are but there's certain reviewers that people have talked about that I know in the community that every time they watch them, it doesn't matter because everything they say is good. So they don't always take them at the full strength either because they like everything. So it's like,
suggest things to people that I think are great. I choose to ignore the things that I think are not great because people don't need to know about those things. I'm not putting them out in the world. I will let people know, hey, this thing is amazing and you need to try it. But I won't say, hey, this other thing is awful. Fucking run the other way. But, yeah.
well, I never say anything. I never say anything is awful, but I'll give them a reason why I don't like it. But I say you might like it too, unless it's that fucking summer shandy. I did not like that shit. I'll tell you that, no problem. You're on your own if you want that line include the summer shandy lemonade shit. But go ahead.
We hit the time. It's 10 o'clock, guys.
It's 11 o'clock here.
She's an hour ahead behind.
I know, I'm just messing with you.
Oh, okay. So we did like we've done some and that we've not been big fans of. Like I think we posted the one and it was Urban Artifact and it was the it was the Epicurean.
It was the Epicurean one. I remember that. Like the label, but you didn't really like the beer as much. Yeah.
Yeah, and it was disappointing, but you know.
It was a fair review when you guys did it. It was fair review when you did it. Yeah.
That's what I think is like. Say what it is, because
right.
brewers, like you said, Ron.
I've talked to brewers. They appreciate that. They hate the ones when they pull up like Untapped and someone just slams it for no reason or something like that and everything. But if you're giving constructive criticism, they appreciate it because.
Well, when they give 1 star and they say I don't like sours, and the place does sours, it's like
you should have got the sour. You shouldn't have got it, right? Like
order a sour if you fucking hate sours. Don't be.
Well, no, and that beer in general. We were like, now it's like a 3-ish. Untapped is like 3 point, almost a 4 point on that beer. Like, I don't know if it was a bad can or whatever, but it was. Yeah,
a lot of breweries expect you're not going to like everything they put out. I mean, from brewers I've talked to before, they're like, you're not going to like everything like that, you know. So
that's what I thought in that review.
like Arbor Brew, and I knew the owner of Arbor Brew, and they sent me stuff before, and I did a review, and one of their beers I just didn't dig, and he appreciated. He's like, no, I understand you're not going to like everything. You gave a fair account of what you didn't like about it, but you kind of pointed out the good and the bad, and that's fine, you know. So
if I'm talking to a brewer, I will be straight.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to the brewer themselves, I will be straight about everything. But I won't tell that to the community at large because I don't think that's helpful for a small business trying to run their ways.
Right. Yes.
Now,
I mean,
Chew being at Liquid Love, he has a lot of people walk in and they say, "So what's good on tap?" And it drives him crazy. He hates that question so much.
What kind of beer do you like?
Or what's the good thing?
But that's your common consumer. They're going to do something like that, right?
So, yeah. Chew has 14 taps at his tap room, and they ask, "What's good?" And Chew tells them every time because he's a dick, but it's funny. But he's like, 13 of them are great. There's one that's bad, but I'm not going to tell you which one. You're gonna have to find that out yourself. And then of course they get a flight because they gotta know, you know. So, but yeah, he will tell them every time.
That's a great answer.
13 of them are amazing. One of them sucks, but I'm not gonna tell you which one.
You decide.
That's his happy place. He's happy.
Well, I can see him getting that because it's like when people find you a beer channel, they're always like, well, "What's your favorite beer?" Like, that's the fucking worst question you could ever ask me. Like, there's no answer to that. Like, it's like the worst thing ever. Yeah. I'd be like, "Who's your favorite kid?" And they're like, "I can't answer that." Well, I can't answer about the beer either. Like, you know.
My favorite beer in December is different from my favorite beer in September. Is different from
my favorite beer on a sunny day might be different than on a rainy day. It's all a feel.
I have kind of an analogy here. So it's like when I meet a Swiftie, I'm like, "What's your favorite Taylor Swift song?" And it's like that is like all your beers. I was like, okay, let me say it this way. What is your favorite Taylor Swift song today?
It's still not a good answer.
Yeah, no, but like today, my favorite beer might be this one. Tomorrow, my favorite beer might be.
Oh, she didn't catch my. I'll write your name.
What is that? What is that?
Your name.
What's the write your name thing? Is that something Taylor Swift does?
Well, yeah. I'm telling her my favorite Taylor Swift song is the "I'll Write Your Name" song.
Blank space.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. I'm telling you. Don't know.
It's all good. I just found
I know her boyfriend catches passes in the NFL. That's all I know about Taylor Swift. Her boyfriend's one of the top tight ends.
He don't really do that anymore.
Because in that song, Taylor Swift says, "Darling, I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream," and I love that line. I love that line. I think that's wonderful. I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream. So you think I'm great, but I'm a fucking mess. I love that line.
I wish I did.
That is my favorite line in any Taylor Swift song. So "I'll Write Your Name" song. You're going to be great for like 3 weeks, and then you're going to fucking hate me because I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream.
I'm listening to you, but I'm also watching Todd get the Swiftie upset. Getting the Swiftie upset apparently in the other panel there. So
Well, I teased Chew about this too because I'm like, you signed on to me, sweetie, and I might have seemed great at first, but honestly, I got a lot of flaws, and that's just how it is. So
Hey, if I can't,
I'm a nightmare dressed like a daydream, and that's just how it is. I am high maintenance. To be entirely honest, I am high maintenance.
I think the first time ever we had Taylor Swift quotes on the show. I'm just saying.
I bet
First time.
Oh my! No, listen.
First and last.
Look at first and last. There is something off with the universe. It's been happening for like 3 weeks to a month, and this is just every beer we've opened tonight. It's like something's off with the universe. I am.
What did the Miller Lite explode or something?
No, all of our beers.
Wait, is Mercury in retrograde? Shannon,
Yes.
is Mercury in retrograde right now?
I don't know.
Because whenever Mercury's in retrograde, shit's going down.
Shannon's our astrologist. She should know what's happening.
I know.
If things are off.
Because whenever Mercury's in retrograde, shit goes down.
You all are Pisces, so
right.
Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. The way the stars and shit are moving around. We are those 4 signs are being affected in the next 3 weeks the most.
Infected?
Yes, affected. Like
not infected. Like affected. Okay.
Shit's going down for those 4 signs, and we're all new to.
Tomato.
Would you shut up? Thank God you're saying tomato instead of potato.
So I need to be on guard, is what you're saying? Being Mal, I need to be on guard since we're Pisces.
You can't do anything about it, so just live your life.
Why can't I?
Wait, choose a Taurus.
What am I looking for?
The werewolf.
You can't.
It's a full moon tonight. Ow!
Shannon.
Hope I'm Teen Wolf if it's going to be a werewolf. Be Teen Wolf, rock it out in the band, play a little basketball.
Seriously? Shannon.
Yes.
Choose a Taurus so I can count on him for grounding right now, right?
No, he's a bull.
A bullshit?
I don't want to go for the Taurus for grounding, right?
Hey, if that's what you need, then yes, you can depend.
Well, yeah, that's what I need. I'm a fucking Pisces. I flow with the tides.
I'm a fucking Pisces. I set my own course.
No, I need grounding because I will be all over the fucking place. I got no grounding unless I have my Taurus to tie onto.
I swim where I swim. I just make the moves.
What's your wife? When's your wife's birthday?
Oh my God.
Rod.
Who? Me?
Yeah.
She's October 22nd.
Scorpius?
No.
Scorpio?
No, she said a Scorpio. October 22nd. Is that Scorpio? I don't know.
Oh no, that's past. That's after Scorpio.
Is that a Libra?
I think it might be Libra. I think. I don't know.
It's October. No, it's either a Libra or a Scorpio.
October.
I think it's Libra.
Which is it?
She's a Libra.
Libra.
Okay, so that's fine. Honestly, Pisces with a Scorpio is like the worst thing ever because I've done that.
So's a Virgo and a Sagittarius.
Because they're a mess.
Yeah,
you can't.
Yeah, they are.
Pisces can't tie to a Scorpio. It's broken.
Yes, I know.
But a Libra, you're fine. I mean, it's awkward, but you can deal.
It don't really matter, really.
It doesn't. We're dealt the cards.
You're right. It doesn't matter at all.
Make it work.
No, I can't. I don't know what you're saying.
None of it matters. But it's funny and it's amusing.
Nothing. Well, who sung that song? Nothing Else Matters. Was that Metallica? Nothing Else Matters. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. It was Metallica. Yeah.
Nothing else matters.
The cops called on you.
No, she's the balanced one.
Honestly, a Pisces with a Libra is a little rough, but it's workable.
Yeah.
Pisces with a Taurus makes a little more sense because I need a rock to hang on to because I'm all over the place.
Well, Pisces are usually dreamers, right? So
Yes, they are.
I need him to stay steady. That's the only reason I'm still working on that quilt. Is because of
Yeah.
that. Right. I need that. I need that steadiness, and if I don't have that steadiness, I'm lost. So
He's the rock. He's your anchor.
he is my anchor. Like I'm like a balloon floating above him and tied to him, but I also pull him up out of the ground so he doesn't get dug in too deep.
There you go.
Because he will hermit. Chew is a habitual hermiter. Like
Hermit crab back in the day.
Like he will dig himself into a little hole and be in his happy little hermit place, and that's not workable for me. So I drag the fuck out of that. But he also stops me from being all over the place. So, I mean,
yeah. Well, that's it. You find that balance.
yeah. And you know, we just happen to fit into the criteria. It's not what I actually believe. I don't believe the criteria is actually a thing.
Yeah.
I really don't believe in astrology, to be honest, at all. But
it's just a funny thing to just entertainment.
Here's the thing. It was based on research. Like, I'm not saying I believe in it all either. But what happened was it's kind of like psychology back in the old days.
Are you though?
Would you just let me talk? So
according to AI, Libra and Pisces are highly compatible, by the way.
Really?
Because you can type in your 2 signs and the AI will actually respond.
Well, I've met 3 different Libra who I did not get along with, so that's just
what?
You pay $19.99 a month for that shit.
Right.
I didn't pay nothing. I don't pay nothing. No, it's already part of Google. If you type in your 2 signs, if you type in, what are you, Shannon?
A Sagittarius.
And Todd is a
Virgo.
So if you just put that in Google, Sagittarius and Virgo, AI overview comes up on the thing and it'll tell you. It automatically does it.
And
you don't got to pay for anything.
Check them out on Thursday nights. I'm right.
it'll be like hide the knives.
How's your kids? How's your wife? Yeah.
No, it says Libra and Pisces highly compatible. Both signs are people pleasers who strive to create harmony and make each other feel respected and seen. Common interests. Both signs enjoy art, music, beauty, and romance. Transparency. Both signs are open and honest with each other. Learning. Pisces can learn from Libra's confidence, while Libra can learn from Pisces' psychic abilities. Planet influence. Venus, the planet of love and beauty, rules Libra, while Jupiter and Neptune, emotional planets, control Pisces. Attractions. Libras are often attracted to Pisces' peaceful, well-balanced demeanor.
Does that make
sense? So there you go. Actually, it does make sense on some stuff there.
I know, right?
Yeah. Because she actually approached me when we met and stuff back in the day, back in college and everything like that. So she was attracted to my peaceful, well-balanced when she introduced herself to me.
Yeah, you do have a nice, but you're a Pisces, so you got some emotional turmoil in there somewhere.
I don't know if I have probably lack of emotion as far as emotional turmoil, just because a lot of shit doesn't bother me. I can take shit either way, here or there. Sometimes it's just like, don't you care about that? Like, no, not really. I mean, it's not. Yeah. So I have a lower part of the emotional thing that sometimes with that kind of thing. But when I see like shit happen, like I posted that thing. I don't know if he's on my Facebook. Like that punk ass that punched that 81-year-old woman. Like that just hit me like that son of a, like I hope they find him. I kind of hope somebody in the streets finds him and they whoop his ass before they turn him into the police. Yeah. So I see stuff that emotionally it will get me high on things.
When I first met Chew, the first thought I had about him was he was even keeled. Like he doesn't have emotions.
Cheers, Phil. Great to see you.
Oh, hi, Trilby. But he doesn't have emotions high on any direction. Like he's chill and even keeled, you know. So as a water sign and a Pisces whose tides are running all over the fucking place, to have someone who's even keeled actually helps me a ton. So he's like the rock and I'm a balloon tied to that rock. And I kind of float around above the rock and I do my own things. But I pull him up out of the sand sometimes to make him like get out there and be part of the world.
Right.
So between the two of us, it actually works really well. And now we happen to mesh with the signs and how they're supposed to be, but I don't think that's actually a thing. I just think that's just our personalities.
Oh God, bite your tongue.
I really don't. I really don't believe in the whole astrology thing. I really don't. It just amuses me. I'm amused by it. But
I believe a little bit in everything and 100% in nothing.
But his personality actually works really well with mine. So like I can float around and be my happy little self doing, 6 months on a quilt and 6 months on this and 6 months on this, and I can do all my things.
Yeah,
Now, when we got to like the 3-year mark, he got really scared because he noticed that I have like this habit of filtering through things that I'm interested in, and he thought I was going to be uninterested in him.
Yeah.
However, because I kept pulling him up and like getting him to try new things, he kept being interesting to me. So 10 years later, he's still interesting.
Do you think that's more ADD than Pisces?
It probably is more ADD than Pisces.
I mean,
but
and I identify.
Either way, it worked.
Yeah.
No, I identify with that because I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Like,
totally.
I get really excited about things, and then I'm like, it doesn't interest me anymore, and I just put it off to the side. Yeah. Like I identify with
she was 100% certain that I would do that to him. He was sure that I would just get sick of him at some point and move on to the next thing. And I kept telling him, no, as long as you're changing and growing in our relationship, I'm not going to get sick of you. And so
see, you're sweet because I'd be like, I don't know if I'm going to get sick of you. Well, I guess just hang out and find out.
I said, as long as there's forward momentum, I need forward momentum.
Hang out.
Everything. If there's not forward momentum, the world is ending. I can't deal.
I will or I won't.
But
the world is a vampire. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as we're moving forward, I'm okay with that. Like, I don't get sick of him because he keeps transitioning too. As much as he tries not to transition, but when he does, I find it interesting and I'm still part of it. So it's all good.
Hey,
I'll
figure
so we're all caterpillars in a butterfly world. So,
Are you reading quotes off the internet?
I just came up with that.
Yeah, he definitely found that on the internet.
I just came up with it. What are you talking about? I was an English lit minor. I used to write poetry.
Hey, Rod, it was just a question. Don't get so defensive.
Well, I feel like you and Mal are throwing shots my way. Like, no.
Shots fired!
I came up with that myself.
If I'm throwing shots, it's going to be about you saying "move over" with the cows. That's the shots I'm throwing at you.
Mal, all I can say.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
You made the worst joke ever, so admit it and move on.
I don't think so. Price is right. Price is wrong, bitch.
Yeah, price is wrong, bitch.
No, some kind of tune like that on Sanford and Son, though, because when I heard that,
yeah, that's Sanford and Son.
Yeah. But that tune you just said, I was like, I know it's not.
That was Price is Right,
but it reminds me of Sanford.
No, it was Price is Right.
But anyway.
Aren't
we so lucky? Like, takes me back to one of the theories I have of my life. Which I don't mean this.
Todd, you're great.
Here we go.
It's just like I'm a video game.
Do we have time?
You're getting ready to get deleted out of my video.
Now you can do Price is Right. Price is Right. This is the time for the Price is Right.
Price is Right or the wrong answer.
Oh,
there's an encryption error.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, if you guys are still hanging in at this point.
Anyway, but okay, I'm just going to get to the point. Aren't we so lucky to have met each other? Like, we're lucky to have met each other.
I know. I'm so glad that I've met you, Shannon. I'm glad I met Todd. Because
Yes.
Todd makes me laugh like nobody else. Honestly, you
Aw.
crack me the
Then
fuck up.
nobody else but you.
And
Thanks.
Rod, you've been a savior to me on so many levels. I can't even tell you. So I'm super, super glad that I've met all three of you because
Yeah.
you all made a significant difference in my life.
Aw.
Oh,
Well, thank you.
Like in every way. Like
And you bring
I
value
can't
to
tell you.
our lives too. Like,
Yes, for
yes.
sure.
you bring me joy.
Turn around, everybody.
Turn around.
Every time I
Turn around.
No,
Oh
but
my
if you
god!
think
Every time
about
that song comes on in the car, she does
Mhm.
the turnaround part, and I do the mumbling, and it's so funny. Like we have a blast every time that song comes on.
Have you seen the TikToks when the dogs that song comes on and they
No.
say turn around and the dogs like spin around?
I don't think I can handle it.
Dogs,
I don't
like,
think I can
spin
handle it.
around
I
when
think
it
I would
goes.
laugh too hard.
Turn
Yes.
around.
No,
Like,
but-
hey, yo.
But to think, like, we're all like, how the hell did the universe conspire for us all to meet each other?
I
Like,
agree. I just think it's wonderful.
you know?
That's how beer.
I do love my
Yeah.
Thank you, Beer.
Complain. I mean, honestly, you get good drinks, you get good company, you get good,
Yes.
just good feelings all around.
Yes.
Get-
There's nothing wrong with that.
Dare I say good vibrations?
Who sings that song?
If I'm doing my job properly, you get good fingering too.
The 90s version. The
Marky
90s
Mark
version.
and Marky and the Funky Bunch. Yeah.
Yes.
Which Mark was the sixth new kid in the block. He had quit the band. He had quit
And he
to
also-
be going his own.
Put it out, so you know.
Like, he got canceled before cancel culture, and then he came back before anybody realized he should have been canceled.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, Marky Mark.
Well, what are we, 11, 20?
What I bring to the table is good fingering. That's about it.
We all need
Oh, you gotta give that spit on that day. Oh, you gotta give that spit on that day. 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 Spit on that day.
What's amazing right now, Todd? Todd, you know what's amazing right now?
What?
A fucking disco ball.
It
A
would-
disco ball would be awesome.
Let's
Yeah,
buy
we
one.
need a
I'm
disco
going
ball.
to. But then I
Definitely.
somebody to put it up on the ceiling.
Okay,
That's what Todd's there for.
I
Get a
have
step
a
ladder,
thought.
put up on the ceiling.
You're right.
I have a request. So
Yes.
a disco ball is made of mirrors. It's
Yeah.
quite heavy. So make sure you get a small enough one that your Joyce can handle it.
Yeah.
Just because
Get small enough ball you can hit.
you're laughing and all. So
No, handle the ball. You're good. Go ahead.
The ball workers.
Came in like a wrecking ball. No, go ahead.
in the early 2000s, no, I have a story. You gotta wait. In the early 2000s, I went to see a concert up in Milwaukee, and it
I
was
think
Poison.
Porky's a
Poison.
ball breaker.
You've been thinking about
Ball
No,
breaker.
Poison was
The group Poison.
Yes, the group Poison
Okay.
was playing up in Milwaukee, and I went to their concert.
I didn't think you were. I never thought you were a Poison fan. I don't know why.
It's my favorite band, but I like Poison too, so
Okay.
I've always liked them. But we went to see the show, and so they had the full band for most of the concert, and then all of a sudden they wanted the rest of the band to have a break, and Bret Michaels was going to do an acoustic version of "Every Rose Has Its Thorn," because it's a good song, it's good acoustic, whatever.
That's Poison.
So he's playing, and he's sitting on a stool in the middle of the stage by himself, no other band members, and he's playing this song. The disco ball above his head was shining the lights all through the stadium, and it looked beautiful. Everything was cool. The disco ball fell,
Mm.
and it landed 4 feet behind him when it landed, it went straight through the wooden floor of the stage because it was 346 pounds.
Holy,
That's a big ball.
So this ball went through the floor and nearly killed him. Honestly, if his stool had been back three feet, he would have died. You know? And he kept playing the song without the disco ball, but it was like a kind of a weird moment. So just so you know, disco balls are ridiculously, stupidly heavy. And make sure you get a very light one so no one actually dies.
I feel like that disco ball might have been an AC/DC ball. You know why?
Because they got big balls.
They got the biggest balls. They got the biggest balls
of them all.
Right.
AC/DC does have the biggest balls of them all because they wore their little shorts when they were playing. You know.
Yeah. Biggest balls of them all.
But I don't recommend a large disco ball because it could actually kill a human. So don't.
So I made a purchase today that I think will be fun, especially for Thursday night shows.
Nice.
A breathalyzer.
Oh.
Okay.
Off of Temu.
To do a breathalyzer?
So we could start and you guys need to get one. You get them on Temu for like under $20.
Yeah, I'm a loser who's not going to do that because I cannot even remotely handle the truth.
I need to get one in a Brita filter. I need one in a Brita filter so we can start doing alcohol.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
Before we start, we'll do it, and then we can do it like after. There's some fancy ones, which I like the fancy one, but I'm the only one that invests in the channel, so I'm spending all my money.
Wow!
Shots fired! Shots fired!
Love it. That was a lovely moment. Oh, look, they went away.
Todd, comment?
Oh, man.
You started it.
I didn't start nothing.
Whatever.
Put up with help.
Todd, blink 3 times if you need help. Todd, blink 3 times if you need help. I know we can blink 3 times. Okay, 2 and I are on our way. After work. And
help me, Tom Cruise, help me. Use the witchcraft. Yeah. No, this is just.
There's these fancy ones. Would you like?
Go ahead.
Hey, there's these ones.
Talk to them, not to me. Talk to them.
Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand.
Yeah, talk to the hand.
They have breathalyzers that you blow into, and then it says you have like 2 hours before you're sober again. Like,
wow.
Yeah, if you blow in, you're like.
That's team.
No, that's under the
those are the
assumption.
fancy ones on Amazon.
I'm like, that's for an average. That's for
my money into the channel.
That's for an average human.
Shannon, that's running under the assumption that you're not going to keep drinking after you blow into it, though.
No, you blow again. You blow again.
Well,
yeah, but that's running under the assumption that you're not going to keep drinking, and I'm going to keep drinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a Lyft, man.
But
Get
then
a-
also,
Get a Lyft or an Uber, because, nah.
we can both have the same drinks, and we could see like
you
body
could.
weight and like.
You know what though? To have one would actually be a cool thing on your channel to do an idea. Like if I drink this beer, what will be the blood alcohol content?
Yeah,
And you can share that with the viewers when you're actually doing the video.
The viewers
Because you
would
know
be
what?
interested in
I
that.
hate that I'm doing research, but
Mhm.
that is the thumbnails matter.
I mean, it's your
And
channel. So
the
you
first
should-
30 seconds of your video
Yeah.
matter.
Like you do the video, like how much BAC will actually be in this
Yes.
pass blue ribbon or whatever when I drink it, and you can do the thing afterwards. It could be a little. It could be your own little twist. Your own little twist to it. It's your little twist.
That, as far as I've seen, I haven't seen anybody else do.
I haven't seen anybody else do something like that. That could be like a little
that
twist
could be
for
a
you.
thing. So, hey, play it up, man.
Fewer engagement.
There you go. Look at you dropping the terms. I like it. I like it.
You've started this.
Well, before we log off here, because we got to dial up because it takes a while. It takes a while before we can log off. So we got the old AOL system here.
Oh,
so.
why do you play this song? What is it?
Because that's the best way to get the attention of everybody. Is it worse than the nails on the blackboard?
Yes.
Blackboard? I don't know. Yes, it's close. It's close. It's close.
Yes. That sound was my internet for sure. Yes.
My brother
It's
had
worse
internet
than the
and then
nails
went
on the
to Wakefield
chalkboard.
because, he's always got to be the first at everything.
Yeah.
Well, tonight we drink a few beers and they got to sign off because it's like 11:30. It's 10:30 for Mel, but it's 11:30 for us. I got to work in the morning. I don't know if you guys are on PTO or what you got to do.
You guys ain't, but I do.
Mel, I wish.
Are
I
you
was
off tomorrow?
Chicago, and I'll be like, come on, let's hang out. Let's do crafts together. I'd be like, hey, I'm coming over. We're gonna do crafts.
I'm trying to.
I'm going to bed.
I'm trying to sign off, and Shannon's still trying to keep the show going right now. now, Shannon and Mal, you both have channels. You can do an after show with your guys' channel because you guys don't work tomorrow.
Rod,
you have a channel.
I don't know how to do.
I actually do work tomorrow. It's my first day back. But
you need to get
Rod,
rest.
there's something I want to mention before we close out.
Yeah.
So, for those that were following the lawsuit for Ravinia Brewing Company, we did not have the money to fight them, and they have won. So we are actually changing the name of our brewery. I don't know what the name is getting changed to. I know that the name is changing because
But you're staying open though, right?
We are still open. It's going to take several months before the actual name change happens, and it's going to be $250,000 just to change all of our
the trademark, everything, yeah,
logos and everything. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare, but
that sucks, but still good though.
So,
well, I think from what I saw, I think the festival is supposed to be trying to help you guys do that, right, or something.
That was what was said in the thing, but I know how the festival helps.
I kind of wondered about that too.
$300 worth of food and tip $1 because they're assholes. So honestly, I don't have a lot of faith in the help that they're giving.
Yeah,
Karma though, karma.
But unfortunately, we just didn't have the money to fight them. They had too much, and we are changing the name of the brewery. So all of my T-shirts will be defunct very, very shortly, including this one. It's all going to be defunct. So
turn it inside out and get a vinyl and put the new thing on it.
I know.
Recycle.
I'm sad.
Well, what you guys could do is, because a lot of people in the community there know what's taking place, is do something like a fundraiser to help get the community involved, making a change, and how you're going to maybe do the old stuff.
Well, we did that for the lawsuit in the first place. So we had a GoFundMe that was raising money for lawyer fees, and honestly, we just couldn't keep up because they have 8 high-paid lawyers that we just couldn't fight it. So I don't know what's happening with that money. I assume it's going towards the name change now, but so I'm a little upset, a little disappointed that
that sucks,
legality did not work in our favor because it should have, because we were in the right, but we just
that sucks, but at least you're still around.
So yeah.
I mean, could you all do like Avinia or Ravin?
Well, I actually suggested to the owners that they do music festival brewing company, and they laughed, but it's not a thing we can do.
Yeah.
Ravinia Music Festival was the problem. So
Funny if you do it not Ravinia Brewing.
Actually, we talked about that during the lawsuit. That was we were going to hang a bed sheet over our
Yeah.
not
Or X out a letter.
and do what people did, but like that was a joke before we ever got to this point. But they are actually going to change the name, and I'm disappointed.
Right, Emerson? Collector's edition. Yeah.
Now,
The
every
legal system
beginning-
should have been on our side.
Now, every
Oh.
ending is the new beginning.
I know.
Unfortunately, with the legal system here, the more you got in your pockets, the better off you do usually.
Yeah. And I admit freely that I'm bitter. I'm bitter about the situation.
I'd be bitter. I'd be bitter too.
West Coast IPA bitter, like
yeah.
intense West Coast IPA bitter, like that's
Fucking
like
100 plus IBU, 100 plus IBU.
120 IBUs.
Can't even taste the bitterness. That's how bitter she is. You can't even taste the bitterness. It's so high on
I'm
IBU.
pretty fucking bitter.
Don't let them make you bitter. Don't fuck them.
No.
Yeah.
I'll get better, but right now I am reveling in my bitterness.
Gotcha.
I'm experiencing all of my bitter, and I will move on from there. But
Old 1980s bitter beer face bitter. That's bitter.
To feel it and then let it go.
That's bitter. Yeah.
It's an intense level of bitter.
Yeah.
I'm feeling so. But I just wanted to throw that out there. Now, I don't know any of the details. I can't give you any details. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
I actually start work again tomorrow. So, but for right now, just that's where I'm at. And I want to close out the show, but I wanted to throw that out there before.
No, definitely appreciate the update. I know we touched on it a couple weeks ago when some of the stuff happened. And so actually, thanks for bringing that back up there. And I know our buddy Dave that was here beer in front, he was trying to get stuff out about it too, because him being in Chicago, just about the BS that was taking place.
Yeah.
It's just, it's crazy. I wish some of the artists would have been able to come out and say something, you know, because that's what would have hit them. Yeah.
Yeah. Agreed.
I feel good. I feel like I know you're feeling, but I'm feeling good about it. I think that you guys are gonna like explode now with the new.
Now I will say
it's like a light. It's like a fire under your ass. That's giving.
I will say the moment I have the freedom, I will have fucking live music in my tap room every goddamn day. Because fuck
fuel to the fire.
I will have goddamn live music all the time. I have a stack of business cards this high.
Yep.
Of bands who want to play at our tap room.
It's fuel
and I will
to
call
your
every
fire.
fucking one of them because I want live music in our tap room, and I haven't been able to do that in the 7 years they've been open. I haven't been able to do live music, and I will. Because I'm a fucking music teacher, and fuck that shit.
Yes, it's happening.
I want live music, so we'll see. We'll see.
No, we're not going to see. It's happening.
I know. I just need to get to the point where I can. That's the trick.
You will. Yes, you will. You got it.
Yeah.
That's my update, so I'm done. Sorry.
That's all right. No.
Sorry.
I know you're trying to sign off, but I had to throw out a little thing. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all good. It's all good. You know.
You gave us the energy to be like put the good vibes out for not Ravinia anymore, but like our energy's going out to be like they're going to be like amazing.
And I appreciate your support because you guys are amazing, and I love y'all.
You're
so
amazing.
much. I can't even tell you how much I love y'all.
We love you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No doubt. Well.
Even when I'm making fun of Rod's jokes.
No diggity.
Huh?
Even when I'm making fun of Rod's jokes.
Yeah, I mean it happens. They're not always on point.
He canceled his voice today.
I'm not even a dad, but I got dad jokes. I mean, that's just, my humor knows no bounds. I try to hit all the genres,
That's the age.
Yeah, it's just, I gotta put jokes out for the sketcher crowd. I gotta do it. Just gotta do it.
Okay. Make up whatever reason you want, but you know it's terrible.
I like Skechers.
You what? You think
Rod, do you own any Skechers?
I actually do have one pair. I do have one pair of Skechers, but I'll put it one up on the trip. It took me an acceptance level to actually go ahead and buy them because I was like looking at different ones, and I'm like, I don't know, Steph Curry and them were all wearing them. People were athletes. Snoop Dogg's a big Snoop Dogg's the big spokesperson for it was all right. So I end up getting them. So they are pretty damn comfortable. I will say that. They are comfortable. I look down at them though. I look down at them when I walk in them, but I feel like they're still like Frankenstein type shoes. They don't have the sleekness of the Nike or the Adidas one like that, but they're comfortable as fuck.
They're not as bad as Doc Martens. Doc Martens is Frankenstein.
Yeah. But I'm saying as sneakers, not as boots, but as sneakers.
No, you can't say that Skechers.
The look.
Those are Frankenstein when Doc Martens are obviously Frankenstein.
Yeah.
But yeah. But so I finally broke down like a few months back, and I got a pair of Skechers, and yeah.
Rod, yes. You slide into them.
I don't know what's next. The Bob Evans Blue Plate Special. I don't know what's next now because I'm in the Skechers world. So thank you, sir. Don't piss the closet by mistake. That's good advice.
Ghosts today.
I
didn't hear any ghosts today. That's cool.
Oh, no ghosts? What, in the house?
It was fantastic. I didn't have any scary things.
Oh, nothing happened.
Well, like my Pandora going on, or the noises that I was hearing in the closet, or stuff falling from the closet. I didn't have any. That was awesome.
The ghosts like to pay attention to the show too, so they were probably just enthralled by all the entertainment we brought them tonight.
We did bring an awful lot of entertainment.
We did.
Terrible jokes behind the camera.
Todd got upset and left because I was being mean. He took his ball and went home.
Did he?
Yeah, take my ball.
Please take your balls and go home.
Anyway,
all the time.
That being said, we'll go ahead and get signed off of here. Hopefully everybody has a great weekend. Thanks for everybody that tuned in. Don't forget to check out all the other stuff available down on the bottom here, which I can't because of the banner playing right now, but you can always catch me in all these different spots, from even Tumblr, Blogger, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. You know all the symbols, and the podcast, of course.
What's that blue little monster?
This is Discord. You can join the Discord server, so we got stuff over there. You got Instagram, even Threads. Threads is even getting some love now. So just put in J BeerVentures. You'll find me all over the place. And again, if you haven't checked out the deals in the description, check those out because there's a lot of things in there. Get beer delivered to your house directly. Don't have to go out shopping and looking for it. You can also get some beer glassware, some different things, some NA beer. So all kinds of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff.
NA beer.
Treasure hunt.
Yeah, it is. It's different. Even like for you, the CapCut users, if you want to try CapCut Pro, there's even a link down there for you. You can do a 7-day free trial and some stuff too. So bunch of different things, you know.
Yeah.
That being said, what's what?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Check out all the free stuff.
You can do it. You can do it. You can do it, Bobby Boucher.
You can do it.
All night long.
You know what I can do? I can sign us the fuck off because we've been on it for a bit. So
Are you sure?
Tuesday night spotlight. Nutmeg to Pimento, 8 o'clock Eastern. Make sure to be alert for that. Next Thursday, back with another happy hour.
No.
Huh?
Alaska.
Oh, where Vanessa went to. Yeah. Where she did the roll in the plane.
You should have done the eek. I want to hear an eek before you close out.
I can't do an eek.
Oh,
There'll be no eek. There'll be no peep or an eek.
Alaska. Come on.
Stop eeking over there. Stop eeking over there. You keep eeking.
You can do it.
We are out.